everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon. Welcome back to another episode of the Tomb of Annihilation, as we return to some of our favourite and least favourite people in the world. We have the cast and crew back, except from Mythomatic, who is flying back home as we speak from the TwitchCons. But we have the rest of us here, and we have a very special guest joining us for another episode of The Tomb. Let's start with our Dungeon Master for tonight, Mr. Grimjack21502. How are you, my friend?
It's having a blast, man. Been living in the tomb over the weekend, making sure I'm getting some future stuff fine-tuned. And then we have a guest, a very special guest that you mentioned with us, which I will allow for the intros later. But now we're going to be able to get into and pick up from the zombie attack in which we ended last week. And from there, things can only get better. Right, Will?
Right, yeah. My experience of zombie attacks, they only go uphill, really. They never escalate.
Right.
Awesome. Speaking of things going downhill, let's introduce Mike. How you doing, my friend?
I'm pretty good. It's an uphill battle. I just came back from a convention, so I'm sure I'm going to be dying of a plague soon, and or crippling depression. You know, one of the two, either or. But I get to meet some really cool people. I get to meet a bunch of the cast members here on Encounter Roleplay, which is pretty rad, having only seen them in tiny boxes on the internet. Now I'm aware of how awful I am.
Good.
Was it weird to see people who were actually normal people size as opposed to like these tiny little thumbnail size?
Yeah. Well,
I can't imagine Mike's not like this big.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem is I am that big in real life. So like right. I met Myth and Exploding Dice and a couple other people at Gen Con. And I'm like, oh, there you are up there.
All the way up there.
I guess I'll just hug your midsection. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Yeah, everyone's a giant.
Excuse, Mike. Any excuse to hug
your
midsection.
You know.
Mike, who are you gonna be playing today, my friend?
I think I'm playing Hezekiah Crowsbane, who is some kind of a rogue. And you can take that meaning. Yeah, some kind of a rogue. You can take that meaning any way you want. He's a dashing rogue. He could be a deceptive rogue. Who knows?
We'll see.
But yeah, he is some kind of a guide, I think.
Yeah, all right. Sounds confident. Well, someone who is very confident is Rurik, played by Mr. Strider Heap. How you doing, Strider?
I am the best of both worlds. I am sick and cripplingly depressed, so I'm way ahead of Mike. I'm playing Rurik today. Rurik is a paladin, but not the huggy, feely, save the villagers kind of paladin. He's the hacky, slashy, choppy, destroy, smite the evil kind of paladin. So this is going to be pretty fun for him.
Excellent. We also have Mr. Encounter Josh back with us today. How you doing, Josh?
I'm good. I left the party for a week. I was ill. I was cool. I was ill before it's cool. Before all you guys jumped on the bandwagon. You're like, I'm going to be ill and everything. And I will be playing the wonder that is my dear old friend Quinn Kalin, and he's got no idea what's going on. Apparently there are zombies, and I'm super looking forward to that.
Good stuff. That's myself. I'll be reprising my role as Grub, the half-orc barbarian with a passion for grappling zombies, apparently, and a love of Volo and Volo's Guide to Monsters. So Grub will be back with us, joining us again today with his little glasses as he smites people with his barbarian wrath. But last but not least, we have a very special guest joining us today with Mr. Powerscore RPG. How you doing, Sean?
Hey, good. How are you?
I am most well, my friend. Better to have you here. So, my friend, where might we find you from? What is it you get up to? And introduce your character as well.
Well, I write a blog called Powerscore RPG, where I write about D&D stuff. People know me best for writing guides to the adventures like Tomb of Annihilation. I also make stuff on the DM's Guild, like Americall's Guide to Devils. And I've got the Tomb of Annihilation Companion, which should be out this weekend. And I also run a YouTube show. I'm running Tomb of Annihilation on Powerscore RPG on YouTube. And today, I'm playing Sid Grundle, a character partially inspired by Evelyn from Dice Camera Action and Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder.
Awesome. Wow, that's going to be a good combination. I'm looking forward to that.
All right.
Holy shit. Well, before we get into the recap, I'm reminding you guys how you can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. 30 followers, you guys get a viewer decision. Here is the tweet for you guys, 20 retweets, same video there. And of course, you can donate to affect the game as well. You can get players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and curses. And you see right, my friends, we do have a very new player joining us for the first time as a guest today, which means we have to introduce them the only way we know how, with curses and wild magic surges. So feel free to screw with us as we go along today. Other than that, I will hand over to our good friend Mr. Grimjack21502 to remind us of what happened last week on the show.
Okay, so last week we had a bit of abbreviated episode, but during the action that followed, there was a canoe trip down the Tariki River, and during which time the companions and the PCs were able to see what looked like, and off in the distance they saw the spire known as Firefinger, but closer to them, throughout the intermittent deluge of storms, they saw several sort of systematic puffs of a campfire, which Rorik, the paladin, immediately recognized as being the signals of the Order of the Gauntlet for help. They investigated. They had a brief conversation with Bastion, who was the fallen and remaining sentinel of this camp. They learned that the rest of the Order of the Gauntlet host had traveled towards Mesro, the ancient city in Chult, and that Fort Vengeance or Camp Vengeance had fallen to the undead and to what they only described as the enemy. Bastion also mentioned something that he seemed to also capitalize, the event, which meant that several of their number, ones that had been raised from the dead, had been growing sicker and sicker as the days went on. That number was left behind, supposedly, by Rorik's father, who was the commander of the Order of the Gauntlet. And he was the last. As they were having this discussion, sounds erupted in the jungle around them, and they were surrounded by what looked to be the remaining members of the Order of the Gauntlet, only this time, not so alive. And that's where we're going to pick.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's pick up today's show. Let's do it, Greg.
Right, I have got a couple recap things that I
go ahead.
wanted to do because, one, we didn't have Josh here last week, and two, I want my trickster gods to be pumped up. I want them to start feeling those wild magic surges and feeling those curses. I want them flowing today, chat. Here's what the recap stands at right now for the viewer decisions that we've had. So far, Alazar has been gifted or inhabited by Moa. And Moa, the trickster god, one of the 9, has gifted him with the ability to turn invisible, but also cursed him with the inability to tell anything but the truth. Rorik, who we do have played today, has been inhabited by Ubalaka, which makes him very nervous and very obsessive, but he also gets an extra magical weapon attunement should that ever arise. And finally, Grob is inhabited by Wongo, the violent and deranged. Luckily, because of a special sequence that we had in an earlier episode, go check it out, Grob was able to fend off this baser, more violent side of himself, known now as Shadow Grob, and he gains a psionic ability where within 60 feet he can attack somebody, causing them to be stunned. And that's right, chat.
Mind literally blown.
Right, exactly. That's right, chat. We still have 2 crew members that have not been blessed by the 9 trickster gods. Who will Quinn get? Who will Hezekiah get? Is somebody going to hit Sid? I don't know. Should we give him a trickster god? I think we should. But that's how everything breaks down for the abilities. These guys have been given the special curses that you have been given. But the one thing I wanted to say was last week, we had that short abbreviated session. And one of you beautiful trickster gods donated so we could get some boss monsters. I haven't forgotten that. Let's get in tonight.
Also, Faint a Prudish Duckling cheers for 5,000. Everybody could use a magic item and maybe a curse for Will.
Okay, magic items for all and a curse for Will.
All right, do you want me to roll that one, buddy?
Go right ahead.
I thought you might say that. An 11. Every day. That's so good.
I love when you laugh.
Every day a player rolls a d20. If the number is odd and less than 15, the player's left arm is turned into a snake. I can then control the snake on a successful Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so
I've got a snake in my arm.
it has to be an odd number lower than 15.
15, very specific, yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
I just like to see the days when you can't control the snake and it just does its own thing.
Right? It just becomes its
Just
own
hanging
sentient.
out, doing its own snake thing.
He's just covered in fang marks on that left-hand side of his face. Right?
Yeah, he's just real angry that he's attached to you. This sucks.
Where he talks. Yeah, he's a talking snake. Okay.
Fuck me.
So to give everybody this theater of the mind experience, we are on the beach that was the Order of the Gauntlets camp. In front of you, risen seemingly from the grave, is Bastion, who was identified last week as a revenant. We have 2 canoes that are beached. You have 3 NPCs with you. Azaka, Raven, and Tariq, who is the son of Akiniafa, the merchant prince. You have been tasked with taking Tariq to the Order of the Gauntlet, but now the Order of the Gauntlet's position has apparently moved to Mesro. More importantly, the zombies that have come out around you, the ones that are the former members of the Order of the Gauntlet, they have come in a semicircle around you, leaving the only escape route one of the canoes. The other has already been eclipsed by its closing ranks. And as they walk forward, they are going to be we have initiative order too that I want to go over real quick because I need Quinn to roll initiative so I can put him into the order. We are at the top of the second round, I believe. Third round.
Oh, good. Now Quinn's back. Everything will be fine, I'm sure.
Okie dokie.
Okie Tanoki.
Quinn, I got you in. All right. As you guys are sitting there and as the former Bastion is in front of you with that death head's grin across his face, cracking, whispering, laughing, as the Order of the Gauntlet peel in from around you in the jungle, they begin to speak. And many of you that know of zombies, that have encountered undead or read of them, know that they cannot speak. But these, with the emblazoned blue triangle on their forehead, they begin as one to chant. And they say, "Erroneous, give me what you have left. Give me
A
what no
resplendent
one ever
offering."
rests. I am not asking for rest, nor peace, neither of the soul or the body. Give me, Erroneous, what you do have left. Give me what no one wants. We seek insecurity and disquiet. We seek torment and combat. And Erroneous, we seek them for eternity told." Rorik, you will recognize this as the prayer of a soldier true. It is the most blessed prayer offered before a battle.
You sure it's not cursed, Greg? With maybe a curse from the two? Curse for Rorik, wild magic surge for the DM's choice, and a magic item of the DM's choice as well. Thank you for the donation.
Oh, I get a wild magic surge for somebody?
Yes, you do, and a curse for Rorik.
Okay, well,
Do I roll 100 on that one?
Yeah.
I think it's only fitting that we, even though he's not here yet, we're going to introduce Power Score with a wild magic surge, just so he can appear in a puff of wild magic glory.
Good guy, Greg, over here.
Right. /roll 1d10,000, and we'll let you know what happens to you.
I'll look up Strider's curse while that's happening as well. A 27 for Rurik reads, "When traveling, a spectral servant follows you, clapping 2 halves of a coconut together to imitate the noise of a horse."
Yes.
You have the curse of Camelot Coconut.
That couldn't be better.
Yes.
For
Really couldn't be better.
Haha. He's going to be flying down the river with horse sounds, even though he's up in the air.
Monty Python. Got it. Okay.
All right, and a D10,000, Mr. Power Score is 8,086. Wow. Wow, this is incredible. 8,086 reads, a fully outfitted galleon appears nearby. This is a perfect way for him to arrive on a fucking galleon.
It's the Flying Dutchman.
The Flying
Just comes out
Dutchman
of
just
nowhere.
fucking comes out.
Strangely enough, there is a shipwreck in Chult, but
Mm-hmm.
not that it's.
Am I the only person on board the ship?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hold on. Jesus, I didn't need that one. Okay. All right, guys. So as they come in, there are two ways that you can do this. If you want, these are mindless creatures. The zombies do not have the ability to tactically attack you. What that means meta-wise is you guys can actually herd them towards your strongest fighters if you want. If there is somebody that wants to stay out of the front lines, I need to know on your initiative order, okay? So we're going to start off, and up front, the former creature known as Bastion is going to give it a go against Rorik, who is going toe-to-toe with him right now.
Let him try. This
See,
paladin's got coconuts.
Yeah, he's got those going for him. 17 to hit.
Right in the coconuts, yes.
Okay, take 10 bludgeoning damage, sir. As this thing just comes in, fist down, you've already knocked its sword aside. It seems to just be completely going with it wants its hands on you. It wants, for some reason, you of all the others. Oh, wait a minute. You have protection from good and evil, 10 on you. 10 does not hit, correct?
Oh, no, certainly.
Right, I just saw your buffs from last week. Alizar is not being controlled by Myth this week, but the buff is still in place. So the protection from good and evil is able to divert it as the fist comes in. Heronius himself offers a bit of divine protection, and it goes errant.
Stay away from my coconuts.
And an 11 doesn't hit either, correct, sir?
Clack, clack, motherfucker.
That's right.
Clack, clack, bitch.
Okay, so this thing's going toe-to-toe as Rorik is standing square up with this creature. Hezekiah, you are up. You are currently standing off to the right-hand side of Rorik, and you have zombies coming in everywhere.
Yeah, he is going to step up because he saw these zombies coming and told Rorik to kill his friend. So he's going to step up next to Rorik and attempt to attack. In doing so, green flame, lights across his blade. And I will attack. How many zombies are around us?
Rough count, a dozen.
Are they close enough together that my flame can leap and hit other people?
Yes, they're coming up directly behind Bastion. One of them will get it.
Okay, cool. So then I will make a rapier attack at Bastion with a 16.
That will hit him.
Perfect. So this does 13 plus 1d8. So he takes 13 piercing damage, 3 fire damage, and then the other person takes, one random person next to him takes 1d8 fire damage with my spellcasting mod. So he takes another 5 damage. So someone randomly nearby takes 5 green flame damage, and this guy takes a total of 16.
Nice.
Yes. Keep doing that, Hezekiah. You're actually doing things.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, do I get? Oh, yeah, hold on. Wait, I'm going to kill that guy. Fuck that guy. I forget, I'm a rogue. I'm a rogue.
Hang
I
on,
was going to say you
I'm
got
a
sneak
rogue.
attack. Huh?
Yeah, he takes 11 more damage. Screw that guy.
Fuck Bastion just in particular.
Yeah.
Just specifically him.
You named that zombie. He gets to get dead first.
Right. Okay, so as you plunge your rapier into him, the diamond actually pierces out through the side of the now rotten kind of parchment-like flesh. Yes. And as the diamond ejects that green flame, it jumps behind him through his lat, basically, and starts lighting up. You see the zombie behind him catch. So it is currently burning. Let's see, Rorik, you're up, sir.
Big Phone
Click,
Sun
Cadillac,
Gaming.
get lit, bitch.
Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
Rurik is going to go into his little pocket in his cape and pull out that little whistle. And he is going to blow that. And why don't you tell me what it sounds like?
I feel like, okay.
Dinosaur whistle.
Right. Okay, so as you bring it up and you blow into it, I told you that there was a blue kind of icon on the side that mimicked or looked or represented the Saurus, who is your raptor companion. As you blow into it, you hear nothing. But the Saurus, who's pulling himself off the ground on the beach, having been thrown there by Bastion, stands up, looks, and cocks its head, and then it
Like
turns.
a dinosaur figure, man, I appreciate it.
And as it calls out, you hear in the distance, all around in the jungle, as movement begins to converge on your beach.
Tremendous.
Whatever's coming will be here next round.
Do I still have time to make an attack this round?
Yeah, because you have 2 attack actions, don't you?
I do.
Then rock on.
Give it to him, buddy.
How's a 24?
Sorry, man, just a minute. No, you got it.
11, then I'm going to smite Bastion as well.
Light him up, brother.
For another 12 for a total of 23, I think.
Nice.
Is that my math? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
sounds
got
a great deal like math.
Yes, and it was correct math, which is the best kind. Perfect. You guys got it through, and we hear everything coming out. Okay, just wanted to check. I saw a notification. All right, Rorik, you have movement and your bonus action. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just right up in Bastion's face, making sure he's hitting me in my big armor and not my companions.
Gotcha. Grob, you are up, sir.
All right, I'm gonna run to Rorik because he needs my help, and I'm gonna smack at one with my axe. If I'm honest with you.
Nice.
So that's gonna be a. Where's my character sheet? There it is. It's better than I thought it was. Better than I remembered it was. 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. In that case, he can take a little bit of damage, which is 7.
It's good.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. And then a 10 versus his armor class.
That will not hit, sir.
Well, I tried my best, but I did not succeed. Sorry, Rorik. Try not to die.
Okay, so as you guys are standing there, since you haven't gone yet, Josh, let me know where Quinn is. Is he behind them? I mean, obviously he is because they've all charged forward, but are you trying to stay behind them? Or?
No, Quinn's going in for this.
Okay. Before you get a chance to attack, though, the zombies close in. What this means is 8 of them that are around you are coming in behind you, and there are 4 currently that will get a chance to attack. One of them is going to be able to hit Hezekiah, or try to hit Hezekiah, 1 Grob, and 2 on Rorik. So the first one is Hezekiah.
9 misses.
Okay. The next one is Grob.
Yeah? What about me?
An 8's not going to hit Grob,
No,
is it?
it certainly is not.
But will a 21 hit Rorik?
You were thinking. I saw the gerbil in the wheel on your head turning, man.
Man, you should see the smoke at this point.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay. 7 bludgeoning, sir. And the final one goes to Rorik as well. A 13 will not hit you.
No.
So take your damage, and at this point, they are all in melee with the rest of you. Quinn, you are up, sir.
Okay, so how many are they facing off against at the moment? And
They're
how many have just
facing.
come up?
If you're looking at it like a frontline battle, you have Rorik. You have Rorik in the middle, Rob to the one side, Hezekiah to the one side. They're squaring off against 4 zombies and Bastion. Behind you all are coming 8 zombies.
I'm gonna look at the 8 zombies, and I'm going to.
By the way, I'm rolling a curse
Okay.
thanks to Fallen Sun Gaming. That's great.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
I'm getting bullied.
So,
This is a good day.
Indeed. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Moonbeam, and I'm going to put it sort of over myself, and I'm going to fire it down into the guys who are flanking us, because screw those guys.
And that's, what is it? We talked about this before. Moonbeam's 10 feet? Is that
It's
radius?
basically, no, it goes, it's, so essentially I cast it near me, and then it's basically like a floodlight that I direct, and it does radiant damage. And I can change where it's aiming each turn. So I'm just going to aim it directly, sort of put it directly above me, and then fire it down into the crowd of 8 zombies that are coming for me.
Okay, doesn't it give you a width though? Like a diameter on how wide, like what its swath is when it comes through? I thought it was 10.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second. It is a silvery pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range.
Okay, well, I'll let you get 2 of them if that's cool. And
Okay, cool.
You can move it if you so desire.
Yeah, I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move it down the line. So it is. I can move it on your action 60 feet in any direction where it points. So that's some con saves.
Yep, they both of them failed, and that's going to deliver, what is it, 10 radiant to each?
No, that's 18.
Oh, you added.
Yeah.
Clever girl. Okay, so you see these two, as the moonbeam pierces through them, you see the armor and what once was the proud members of the Order of the Gauntlet as they shy away from what would have been in life a welcome sight. You know, the druidic magic taking on the undead. Now they shy away from it as the skin rips off their fingers almost as if it's being hit by some type of ethereal force. And they begin to decompose and completely disintegrate as part of them just sloughs away. They're still standing, but barely so.
Greg, my curse is incredible. I get the curse of the bees. I become a self-aware swarm of bees for this spell's duration. Due to this, I cannot wear armor or hold a combination of items weighing more than 15 pounds. I can do a stinging attack for 1d6 damage, and my armor class becomes 15 as I become hard to hit, but all of my charisma, strength, and constitution checks and saves will automatically fail. When it's removed after 2 hours, this spell ends, I will reform into my normal shape, but I just start screaming, "The bees! Not the bees!" and become a self-aware swarm of bees.
And that's happening right now.
Of course it is.
Okay,
the
yeah,
look
no,
on Greg's face was better than the curse itself.
I am saying that that's happening right now.
Yo.
So anything more than 15 pounds that Grob is currently holding, including
Except
his...
my glasses stay on the tiny little bees.
But every bee has tiny glasses.
It forms a face.
There's like 20 bees just holding the glasses. You see everything drop, and you also see the bag holding Volo's guide drop to the ground as well, as Volo's guide kind of slides out a little bit.
Oh no.
Right, who cares? But I mean, okay, so you've just seen one of your companions engulfed in some type of very tribal, very natural magic. Quinn, you might recognize this as some type of transformation.
Very natural.
Right. Yeah, it couldn't have come from anywhere. But yeah, this is like a smoothie. It's like a smoothie for magic. Okay, so Grob, you're out. You're still in your initiative order, but you obviously have a very limited number of actions.
I've got a few things I'm going through right now that I've got to deal with first.
Right?
Personal issues.
He's working through some stuff right now. Okay, so we are going to go. Myth is not here. It would be Alizar's. He's not here. We're going to the top of the round. Now, at this point, with the zombies surrounding you, Grob turning into a swarm of bees, it's looking not so much dire, not so much hopeful as it is chaos. And to further expand on that chaos, a couple of you that are not currently engaged, or maybe even take a look up into the thunderheads that are pouring down the rain, you guys see what looks like for a moment a giant spectral craft. comes up behind where your canoes were, beaches itself, and ruts the ground as if it were a deep-masted seafaring vessel and not a shallow-bottomed rivercraft. It crashes in, all blue, spectral energy wisping off of it, almost as if it was dry ice in this incredible humidity that is chilled. And as it dissipates and slowly catches with the rain and rinses away, you see standing a wrapped and heavily shrouded figure as Power Score, you want to explain what you look like? Joins the fray.
I'm just a dude wrapped like a mummy, and I got armor on over top of it. I got some questions about the ship. Does it have a catapult or a ballista on it?
Well, it was fully armed, and it looked
question.
like it could kick some serious ass, but unfortunately, it has dissipated and floated off into the ether or wherever it came from.
Is there time for me to swing on a ghostly rope so I can land right in the middle of the undead?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Do you want me to roll something for that, or?
No, it just happens because that's pretty neat.
All right. So I swing on the rope, I land in the middle, and then I hold up a symbol of Lysander, and I turn undead. I go, "Hey, feel the shaft of Lysander, everybody." And I hold it up, boom, and I try to turn as many as I can. So I think it's all within 30 have to make a wisdom save, DC 15.
Thank you,
Correct.
Fallen. Fallen cheers for 250. I get 2 advantages to deal with all of the assault. My B attacks are going to be OP.
Okay, so you got 2 advantages?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, what I would also like you to do, since you landed and you turned undead, I would like you to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What was the DC on that one?
15.
Okay,
Nice.
well, there you go. All right, so as you land and you pull out the holy symbol of Lysander, it begins to cast a radiance inside the shrouded and mist-driven beach, but at the same time, you feel a tug inside yourself. And for the first time ever, in holding this symbol, the symbol that you have sworn your life to, the symbol that has aided you in many other confrontation, for the first time ever, you feel apart from it, separate. You feel almost as if it no longer likes the cut of your jib. There has become something between you and Lysander. Okay, so that will catch everybody in this except for Bastion, and it's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Fail, 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 super fail, fail,
This is like narrating my daily life right here.
fail,
or any game I play in.
Wake up
Fail.
on time.
Super fail.
fail, fail. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit. Fucking
5,
hell, is
6.
River. Donates £10. Curse Grob. Yeah, fine, yeah.
He's bees, for
I'm
God's
fucking
sake.
bees, man.
Okay, so
These fucking bees.
including the one that Hezekiah has lit on fire, and including the one that the 2 that have been really decimated by the Moonbeam attack, they all begin pulling away from this newly emerged shrouded figure as the clinking of the Order of the Gauntlet. Creatures that probably never ran from a fight in life cannot help themselves as they begin to pull away at their top speed away from this newly emerged creature. We are currently at the top of the order now. I need you to roll I'm just going to put you in at the top.
Do I have time to pick something up?
Yeah. You
Is
have.
that book, the Volo's book, is that right near me?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, it's right at your feet.
While everybody's
It's
distracted,
underneath it's underneath a swarm of bees, but yes, it's.
while everybody's distracted, I'm going to try and pocket the book real quick.
You're okay. I'll make. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Holy
then.
shit, I rolled the same as Rurik when traveling. A spectral servant follows me, clapping 2 halves of a coconut together. Can it be a swarm of bees following me around, just clapping coconuts together?
No, they just make bee noises the whole time. When you
Yeah.
when you reform back into
Yeah.
Grob, there's just a constant buzz behind you.
You constantly have that drone, that locust summertime drone.
Oh man.
Okay, B, Grob, are your perception checks also scotched with this, or?
My perception checks aren't affected, I believe.
Okay, I would like you to roll a perception check then, please.
Why do I, like, I'm like, every time I open up the curse table, I'm like, why did I ever close this thing? Like, why did I bother?
The best part is the bees don't actually need glasses. That's why they can't see well.
Alright, my swarm of bees, I see nothing on a 7.
You just see enough, because with a sleight of hand of 6 and a B perception of 7, maybe a third of the swarm notice that this newly arrived figure is trying to pocket some of the swarm's possessions. And as it goes through the hive mind that is now Grob, Jesus, you are aware that somebody is trying to steal, this new figure is trying to steal your belongings.
Like, the swarm of ants just, like, swarm around the book in a protective circle. We start doing the serpentine. we serpentine away.
Is the rest of the group wearing insect repellent?
Yeah. In fact,
does
Grob...
that affect the bees?
No, these are magical bees. Okay. I'm going with they're I thought about that, man. I was like, no, I can't. It's too much, man. I'm not gonna. Okay, since Rorik has decided that he is going toe-to-toe with Bastion, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Myself, yeah?
No, Rorik,
Oh,
please.
sorry.
Holy shit!
Well,
I guess that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, so for a second, the eyes of Bastion narrow. Looking at Rorik as somebody, as a surrogate for the father that, the commanding officer that abandoned Bastion and the rest of the Order of the Gauntlet on this beach to die. And as that glare hits you, you start to feel your muscles tighten. But knowing that you are one with Heronius, and knowing that at this moment, a absolute surge of velociraptors come peeling into the area and decimating the fleeing members of the Order of the Gauntlet that are already being expunged and turned. You sit back, match the glare that's coming from Bastion with your own, and he shies away.
haha.
Hezekiah, you're up, sir. The only noticeable target is Bastion.
Oh yeah, he's getting some hot diamond blades, for sure.
Some sweet diamond action.
Oh,
Yeah.
also a curse for whoever tried to steal that book from our Queen Bee, Will.
Oh,
That's Sid.
that's amazing.
You have made a powerful enemy today, my friend.
That is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to green flame blade that one guy. So he has a rapier attack. Does a 14 hit Bastion?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. So he's going to take 11 plus 1d8 fire damage. And I still have an ally right near him, right?
You absolutely do.
Cool. So he's going to take a shitload more damage. Nope, not a shitload, but he's going to take some more damage. So he takes a total of 19 damage. And then if there's anyone within 5 feet of him, he takes some fire damage.
Okay, we'll say that once again, as the diamond rapier pierces through the flesh, it does have a lance of the green flame launch an arc across, and one of the fleeing zombies, it too gets lit up just in time to be devoured by one of the raptors that have shown up.
Nice.
As everything is going down like this, you notice that the green flame is now slowly engulfing this creature, and you have the feeling that were it not for this magical fire, that this creature may have been able to regenerate something during this. But as the wounds try to knit, the flames almost cauterize the wounded flesh, and they remain open, and they continue to ooze with the pus and viscous that is only available in the undead smorgasbord. Okay, Rorik, you're up, and then it'll be Grob. Power score, you have a curse, right?
The curse is 97. Whenever you say a word with the letter S in it, you cast Firebolt upon yourself. So that includes your very name. You can bring this one whenever you want, Greg.
Son of a bitch.
Who did?
Do not steal from the bees.
I told you made a powerful enemy. Okay, Rorik, you're up. You have Bastion encompassed in the green flame as it licks across half of his face in a Harvey Dent type of visage as he stares at you, and you are toe to toe.
I'm going to use both attacks this round. Let's see, I got a 12 and a 25.
Well, I'll tell you that one of them hits.
The 12, gotcha. 13, and how well is he still standing? Do I need to smite him again?
You have just removed his left arm.
Yeah, I might as well smite him again. That's what I do best.
Oh, damn, guys.
13, 26 altogether.
That's the goddamn of somebody that's just been cursed again.
Oh, it's not me.
Okay, before we get into whatever hell Will's about to unleash from chat, Rorik, Strider, my friend, you have a companion in front of you or a former companion that has been turned. How do you put him down?
My giant greatsword pierces his parchment-like flesh right through the stomach, and Rurik looks at him with pity, not with malice. He says, "Rest easy, my friend," when white divine light rains down upon him.
Okay, so as you pierce him and you pull close and almost in a warrior's embrace, as you go hilt deep into the stomach and you pull the back of him in as you say these things to Bastion, you notice that the inkiness of his eyes clear, and he looks up at you, all the energy falling from his form, as he just says, I wasn't supposed to be here. And he expires. It takes quick moments for the raptors to finish off the zombies. There are a couple more emerging from the jungle. They are harried and destroyed by the raptors summoned by the Saurus and Rorik. And within moments, you are alone on the beach with the corpses of the now fallen again Order of the Gauntlet, the fallen Bastion, and a new companion.
All right, time for me to read out these latest donations.
I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
So, Fallen Sun cheers, 2,500. A curse for Sid, no steal, but an item for me, magic item for Grob.
Okay.
However, Lauren donates £3 and says, because sometimes something good needs to happen, right? So Sid gets a natural 20 to use. See? It's not all that bad, she says.
Thank you.
So it's
Stop cursing me, everybody.
It's like the new kid in the playground.
Yeah. Does my character know about the S thing, or I have to learn the hard way?
Oh, you get to learn the hard way.
Okay.
All right then. So one more D100 from you, my friend. We'll look that up real quick. I gotta really just stop closing this table to just have it up the whole time.
Look, friends, a man of the cloth, and quite a bit of cloth at that. We should all grip the shaft.
I swarm around Volo's book. I swarm lovingly around the book.
Oh, 13 can't be anything good.
Oh, 13 cannot be good. You get a curse of any attempt to use a crafting skill. Oh my god, this is so weird. That results in a natural 13 on a die roll, automatically fails, and a crafted item explodes for 1d4 force damage per level of the cursed person.
Jesus.
So
do me a favor, don't craft anything.
Don't go fixing that boat anytime soon, is the advice.
We might be able to use that, though. All right.
That's true. Also, Leto donates £9. Crit success for Grob, Sir Grundle, and Rurik. So 2 nat 20s for you, my friend. There we go. Thank you, buddy.
All right. So, you just said man of the cloth, right? I'll say, I'll go for a fist bump with Strider.
Yes. Giant steel gauntlet comes crashing down into your hand.
All right. And I'll say, the name's Sid Grundle. And then I guess right?
Right, you say Sid Grundle, and as one of the corpses is still burning with the licking of the green flame over it, a arc of green flame shoots out.
Do I have to roll to hit myself?
I'll do it.
Okay.
No, you see it coming, so you are able to move out of the way for a second as this green bolt kind of splatters off into the jungle. But it's odd.
What was that all about?
You remind me of my friend Dirtman.
Wait a minute. I said, does it have to start with S?
It has to include the letter S.
Just
I
include
just-
It has to include the letter S.
I said was, so.
Well, now hold on a second. I'm changing this shit because I don't want to go crazy. So it has to start with an S, and even that shit's gonna get old real quick, guys. So I'm gonna blast him for a bit, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm Sid Grundle. So what's the scam you guys got going?
14 hit you.
No.
So as these green fireballs just are erupting from zombie corpses, you would see Hezekiah light up and look to what? God damn it, Josh! What the hell's your character's name?
Dirtman.
I'm just gonna keep calling him Dirtman.
Yeah, that's all you've called me is Dirtman.
Yeah, he looks to the Dirt Wizard and expects them to hit him. As they dodge, he just kind of looks sullen. Well, my name is Hezekiah. What was that? Was that my ship?
No, Lysander hooked me up with a ship real quick.
Is that my ship? Is my ship called the Lysander?
No, it's gone now. I mean, listen, bro. I don't know if you know this, but when you die, you go to Lysander's patio and you sunbathe and you drink non-alcoholic beverages. So I think that's where it went to.
That's not my boat then. I don't know where that is. I don't
So
have a
anyway,
patio.
Lysander told me to come here and help you guys out, so let's do whatever you're doing. All right?
I believe you did it, and the raptors as well.
Yes, I did.
Rorik, your friend is dead now. What are we doing here?
I am a swarm of bees. Does anyone mind?
You guys got any
really,
insight?
I don't-
We can take care of this real quick.
I kind of
Well,
buzz
I like
over.
how you're the only one concerned that you're bees.
I'm gonna buzz over towards Quinn and just kind of like zzz at him.
Quinn, do you speak bee?
Quinn just looks at him and nods.
Zzz.
Just adjust his glasses slightly because
Is he going to be a bee for 2 hours? Is that right?
Yeah.
2 hours, yeah.
A swarm of bees.
he's not going to be a bee. He's going
I'm
to
a
be many bees.
These here are all my friends, and they're all heathens, so the gods are punishing them.
He's the legion of bees.
All of the bees are heathens.
All of the
They
bees
don't really
nod.
get like
We
the
are
whole
one
thing.
bee. Oh man. Yeah.
what
It
would you guys like to do?
looks like Dirtman has the bee situation well in hand.
We
So
need a
yeah,
map.
Hezekiah.
Unlock.
Yeah, Hezekiah turns back to Rorik and says, "Is this your camp revenge?
Camp Vengeance.
What did I say?"
I believe it was, but it's no more. There's no use dealing, dwelling on the past. Let's head on forward. He said there was another place. My father is there. I need to see him.
Azaka steps forward. Mesro is not on the river. We must cross and then go to ground.
Well, let us do it then.
Would you guys like to search the area?
Yes, I would. But I can't carry anything, so why would I bother?
Right. He just dispersed. It's playing Flight of the Bumblebee, right?
Oh, you took it that far.
I did. I had
yes.
to.
Can
Oh,
he
man.
talk when he's bees?
He can talk to Quinn.
Only to Quinn,
Oh,
because
okay.
Quinn speaks bee.
I tell Quinn that he's got a wild magic surge from his river in that case.
Is River, man. Dropping arm. I love it.
I'm like,
But I don't tell the DM. And considering I'm the only one who can understand him, no one ever knows about Quinn's wild.
these aren't the wild magic surges you're looking for. I say, looks like I've turned into a bunch of bees.
this curse be forever?
This normal?
2 hours pass.
Yeah,
Can I make a perception check around, see what's going on?
yeah, go right ahead, bud. You don't want to keep this up? I mean,
I would like to say that I knew what was happening to you, but your body's going through some changes at the moment, and I'm not sure I'm entirely familiar with why or what the point is, but
Because he is a heathen. The gods are punishing him.
So, can he make honey? What's the deal with that?
Yes, Grob, let us taste of your honey.
Can
Can we
I
have a taste?
Can I understand them?
no,
Okay,
you can
yeah.
only understand Quinn.
Yeah, I hear like bzz, 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 bzz from Rorik.
Tell him to make honey.
Rorik, while you're searching around, it takes you a while, but as you're performing, kind of getting your guys, your Order of the Gauntlet in proper, funeral positions. Some of them are already on fire. Maybe you want to make a pyre with the rest of them. It's totally up to you. But as you're checking, you realize that one of the ones towards the back seems to have the blaze on the outside of the armor, marking that you can't tell at this point, man or woman, as a lieutenant of the Order of the Gauntlet. And over their shoulder appears to be a greatsword still in its scabbard. It also looks to be rather expensive.
I will say a little prayer and take that. And you also described last session a shield with a white fish on it, I believe. I'm going to take one of the shields from their order as well, even if I'm not using it, at least in memorandum.
Absolutely, mark that down on your stuff. It is the shield crest of Bastion. Bastion Odell. That's the House Odell crest of the white fish, or the fish jumping out of the white water. It probably would be given to any firstborn of the house. So technically, if this is something that can be returned, it would be, So yeah, you sling that, and as you pull the greatsword out of its scabbard, you realize that emblazoned along the blade are the symbols and the iconography of Heronius.
I ask Heronius in my head to give me permission to wield this boon and thank him for giving it to me, and I shall equip it.
For a moment, as you say this prayer slightly to yourself, you do hear some type of whisper in the back of your mind, but you can't make out anything about it, but it comforts you a bit. You're not sure if it was just a part of the storm or just the ambient sounds of a jungle that you're not used to, but it certainly seems like there was some form of answer that was given to you. Anybody else looking around?
While everyone's distracted with the bees and the corpses, Hezekiah pulls out his divining rod and attaches it to his rapier and sees if it tugs him in any one direction now that all of the death is gone.
You do feel that telepathic hum again. It's not nearly as intense as it was, but it does seem to be pointing in a specific direction. Are you actually walking around with the sword out?
Yeah, as discreetly as possible, he's trying to walk around with that sword out.
Okay. So do me a favor and roll let's do a stealth check.
Sure.
Just to see if you can be quick about this.
Oh, bad boy Grant is back, my friends.
Grant!
He's 12 pounds.
24.
4 crit fails to the cast. D&D dads for life. Too sweet. Hi, Sean. Hashtag bad boy Grant. That Grant Ellis.
Grant.
What are we going to do?
That's my tag team partner, man. We're going to the top, the very top.
A 24 on stealth.
24 on stealth. Okay, so what happens to you, Hezekiah, as you are standing there and you have the rapier out with the divining rod attached to it, and that internal, that spiritual hum that goes through your body whenever you do this, as soon as you get to what is roughly the southwest, a beam of light explodes from the end of the diamond blade, almost like a halogen flood. And as soon as it happens, you pull the divining rod off of it and it stops. And you are able to do that in a quick enough period of time that no one seems to notice.
Okay. And where is this leading to? The south-southwest, you said?
Yeah, it basically follows the same path as the river. So if what Azaka just told you was correct, and that to go to this Mesro, you are going to be running parallel to this. You're not going to be heading any closer to it. It's to the south-southwest. You're going to be traveling to the east if you go in the direction she's suggesting.
Okay. And what is this Mesro that
You don't know.
Go to? Okay. Oh, is that the mission she wants us to help with? Yeah, I don't like her.
She does not. Strangely enough, and this will be a shock to both Sean and Will, this version of Azaka has no desire to do anything. She does not. She is just a guide.
Well, it's funny that because Josh's Wild Magic Surge reads, tomorrow, caster has absolutely no desire to use magic.
But just tomorrow.
But just tomorrow.
I hope you guys are
It's,
keeping
it's a holy day.
Yeah.
Oh no, tomorrow. No, I don't do that tomorrow.
It's a druidic
It's a druid
holiday.
thing. You can get it.
Yeah, it's a high holy day. He is Druish, so.
Yeah, Hezekiah would march over to Azaka and begin conversing with her. This Mesro you're taking us to, where is this? Why we want to go there?
They said that they want to go there, Order of the Gauntlet. And
Right. Rurik, why are we going there, this Mesro?
My father is there and leading the gauntlet, and we need the gauntlet for reasons, and that is what I remember. Yes, let's do it.
Do those reasons help us smite the undead?
Everything I do helps smite the undead, friend.
I have it on good authority from parts unknown that you are leading in the opposite direction of the undead that need to be smoked.
I have it on the best authority from Heronius that this is where I need to go.
I thought you had it from that corpse, who was undead. And
Yes,
clearly a
and
liar.
And Heronius will not steer me wrong, nor any of you if you weren't such heathens.
And Hezekiah walks over to Swarm Grob, and I guess I don't know that he can't understand us, so I just sort of say to Swarm Grob, I believe we are being led astray. We need to go that way to smite Eserarak.
What are you talking to bees for there, buddy? You're just a bunch of bees.
Listen, I'm sure that the bee, whatever congregation can understand what we're saying.
Hey, those
I'm
bees got
saying-
glasses. I'm gonna try to take the glasses. Maybe they're magic or something.
No, they're Grob's glasses.
Who the hell is Grob? I'm gonna try to take the
I'm
glasses.
gonna sting him.
No,
Okay.
stop it, both of you, stop it. This is a collective of Grob bees.
Now,
Grobbies.
I have a thing where I get one natural 20.
You do.
You got 2 natural 20s in a minute.
I do? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the
Go
natural 20 to yoink the glasses. Okay.
I will not contest with my own. I know this game too well. I need decent 20s more. I need my fucking glasses.
I'm gonna put them on. Does things see weird or
Grok has like super powerful lenses, so it's like, you know when you put a friend's glasses on, you're like, holy shit, I can't see anything. That's probably what it is, unless you have really bad eyesight yourself.
I'll just chuck them.
Will can the bees only keep form when they can see, so they just scatter when you have no glasses on?
Yeah. Oh, if I could
They're just
Urban
confused
as well.
and can't visualize the form of Grob.
Does my character know anything about Mesro?
I tell you what, you would know from the Order of the Gauntlet that Mesro is currently the stomping grounds of the mercenary group, the Flaming Fist, and that it would be standard operating procedure for the Order of the Gauntlet should they face a dire threat or sickness or disease and be unable to communicate with the rest of the Order of the Gauntlet via magic or traditional forms of communication, that they would seek out the Flaming Fist because they have similar goals in Chult as far as the suppression of the undead. And you would know that traveling to Mesro would be other than going straight to Fort Balerion, would be the easiest way for a host this far south into Chult to meet up with the Flaming Fist. It seems like a desperate act of a group that may or may not be on its last legs. by what you've just witnessed, it looks like it's bordering on the desperate.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody all that stuff. Okay. You're a flame fist, all that.
Greg Oven Lady has donated £10, and I've whispered the donation to you on Zoom for you to play with how you so desire.
Earthen! Oh,
And to bring in when you want.
I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy.
I buzz at the at this news that Sid gets, and as I'm gonna pick up my like probably cracked glasses where he's thrown them on the floor, and my bee army begin to like try like a tiny production line happens where we're trying to like fix our glasses, but we can't do it because we're fucking bees.
Right, I'm basically just picturing various scenes from Candyman,
Yes.
where there's just bees and insects everywhere.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, we're just like going to some flowers, we're banging over there, we're like fixing our glasses, it's all good.
Remember the fish from Finding Nemo that just make shapes when they talk? That's all I can think of. Is the bees
Right, yeah,
making
right.
arrows.
Right.
So did I get that book, or is it still on the ground?
You did not. You were harried away by the swarm of bees that. I'm assuming has somebody else picked up Grob's belongings, or are we just leaving them there? Or Grob, have you communicated to Quinn that you would like someone to pick up your
Yeah,
shit?
I would communicate to Quinn, like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be like this, like.
Right.
Oh, fuck you guys, you're worse than
I'm not
fucking
a
chat.
logistics DM, so I'm assuming the shit's been picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick it up.
Luckily, we've got
Alright.
a couple of master logistic D&D players with us.
Yeah, thank God, right?
He's like, I'll carry your stuff for today, but tomorrow I'm doing no magic. Okay, that's the trade-off.
Right.
That's fine.
You have to do no magic for the entire day, really?
He's sworn off it.
Wow. Okay.
To be fair, he doesn't do much anyway.
That is very true. Oh my god,
Okay,
have the
guys,
bees spell out words. That's such genius.
Anybody else searching around? Obviously, Grob, you can't really.
Yeah,
so-
I can't really, so I also...
Yeah, I'll look.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah, the bees just spell out, carry my shit.
Ooh, okay. As you were going through and kind of, I assume maybe doing the same type of funeral rituals that Rorik has been doing, as you get to one of the corpses that had been almost completely consumed by the moonbeam that Quinn sent out, you do notice that inside the armor plate, you see tucked inside a scroll tube.
I'm going to grab it.
It is yours.
I'm going to recklessly open it.
There is a scroll inside.
What kind of scroll?
Do you have an Arcana check, or would you like to identify, which I don't think you have the spell for? If only Alizar were here.
Arcana +0. Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? You're not sure what this is, but by God, you can read it.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to continue, you have the ability to finish this scroll. But
Can I peek over her shoulder?
yeah, sure.
What does a 21 tell me?
It's Cloud Kill.
Wow.
Yeah, he just leans over and says, don't read that near anyone that you prefer to be around. Please.
This thing
and-
worth money here?
I don't think these people trade in money. I think they trade in dirt and waterfowl, if I'm not mistaken. But you seem to have a flying ship, so you must be quite well off.
Not exactly. Look, I can't read that well, so if someone can read this thing, go ahead.
I can read quite well.
All right, go ahead.
Puts it in his pack.
Yeah,
Since Hezekiah is not a talker, and he stated his case that we're going the wrong direction, to no avail, he's going to also poke around at corpses and look around.
Perception.
20.
Once again, as you're going through everything, you notice that one of the corpses that had been burning away from your green flame seems to have left behind a pair of pretty fine and unstained gloves.
Ooh, I will take those. And are they like gauntlet gloves, or are they like
Oh, they're
leather?
soft.
Ooh, supple even.
They are.
Yeah,
They
I'll
feel
slip
pretty.
them on. I'll throw caution to the wind. Slip 'em
Malleable
on.
and pleasing to the touch.
Yeah, you put them on, and I don't know, you maybe in 20 minutes or so you'll be able to feel something different.
Ooh.
But as of right now, there's just really nothing that.
They're very giving.
He just slides them on and says, "Ooh, like a kiss from 1,000 bees." Sorry. Turn of phrase.
You look down and
Okay.
1,000 bees are kissing you.
There's no gloves. It's actually just bees.
Yeah, it looks like one of those like beehivery.
Yeah,
They're just covered in them.
Oh man.
They only
Well,
sting-
if we're going to see your father, we should go quick because, as I said, it's in the opposite direction of the undead that need to be smitten.
Bitten.
Thank
at
you,
this-
Grobbies.
Right at this point, Tyreek, who has said very little in this adventure, who is the son of Akini Alpha, excuse me, comes forward and says, I must go to the Order of the Gauntlet. I must be taken to Mesro per the order of Kini, my mother.
Yes.
Oh, well, that settles it inconveniently.
I don't know why everyone doesn't just listen to me all the time.
Arcana check from, I would say, Alazar and Hezekiah, but just Hezekiah tonight.
15.
Okay. All right, so the course, if you are deciding to go in the direction of Mesro, will take you basically due east. So you will have to cross the river, which you can easily do with your canoes, and then you will have to go to ground. Now, there are two ways to do this in Chalt, and the suggestion that Azaka will give you is that you do what is called a portage, where you take the canoes and put them over your head as you walk. They also offer shelter from the rain, but should you hit any tributaries of any other rivers or lakes or swamps, you won't have to wade through them. You will be able to float through them on the shallow-bottomed canoes.
I think it's a beautiful host. So we're pulling the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Good.
But above water.
Yes.
Yeah, the above water guys, I like that. And figure
Yes.
Artificer gives 2 advantages to Quinn. Hi Quinn, figured you could use some good chaos.
Nice.
It's always good to have something to bail me out of the absolute terribleness of the party.
Alright. Well, Swarm of Bees, I mean, I know I'm not role-playing too much, but I feel limited in my capacity to do so. So I will just fucking buzz along behind the party. In fact, I might be the eyes and ears, because whilst... in fact, if it rains on me, is that a problem with my wings?
No, you're okay. There's
I'm
so
really
many.
thinking this through.
Right, dude.
Logistics will enters the scene
Right.
as bees.
Will,
This is what you do.
take it down a little bit, bud, okay? No, yeah, you're somehow able to survive the rain, Will, and these magic bees don't seem to be affected by things like water droplets on the wings or the inability to flap at a specific fly rate. You're fine.
Okay, good. In that case, I will be the scout of the party as they are underneath the portage, did you say?
Yes.
Interesting,
Yes. So-
interesting term.
Come on, grubbies, let us fly together.
I will tell you this: it takes you roughly an hour to get across the river.
You fucking
guys-
Supermans with me. I lived through a recovery.
But for this, Grob, we know that you're a swarm of bees, but for anybody that's listening that maybe is listening for the first time, Rorik, explain what it looks like, or Strider, explain what it looks like when Rorik flies.
Rurik is gifted with a magical cape, which resembles the large avian macaws, I suppose, like giant rainbow parrots of this tropical island. So he has to grip his rainbow cape with both hands and flourish it out behind him, and he can take to the skies with all the grace of a giant screeching creature.
Parrot, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's one sweet cape there, buddy. Where'd you get that thing?
I found it.
I would love.
It was on the
I got my
ground,
wrappings
so I
on.
put
I'd
it
love
on.
to get like rainbow wrappings like that. That'd be really great. Maybe we can work that out later.
I
Right,
think
there's-
Heronius gave it to me. I'm his favorite.
Right, there's a tag in it that says "Made in Chat."
It was made by Chat, and Heronius loves me. I'm his favorite, so it is a gift.
Okay, so it takes a little while. You guys get across. Grob, why don't you roll me a perception check just to see? You and Rorik will get over there first, but as you are acting as the millions of eyes,
The power of them.
roll this with advantage for me, please.
Yeah, I'm like million ants from Rick and Morty at this point. I see all. 23.
Nice. Okay, so I mean, you don't even have to. You get across, and you're able to establish or find an area that would be good for them to kind of put forth on the opposite shore. You've also noticed too, and this is more akin to your insect shape, that it is, for whatever reason, noticeably colder as you get in about 50 yards into the interior of this side of the river. And before they can get across, you pop back into Grob form.
Oh God, no, take me back! Oh. Hey guys.
Yep. So you guys are all across now, and to do what Azaka says, you need to flip the canoes above you and follow in. I'm assuming, Grob, you're going to be leading, correct?
Was I dreaming? And
Grob, you have repented.
I did.
Grobulus, you were bees.
You were Grobbies.
I was actually bees.
You were a swarm of literal bees.
Why do I feel like I'm no longer whole?
Well, you're a whole man and not a whole lot of bees anymore. But impressive nonetheless.
There were so many voices. I felt the queen bee calling to me. And now her call is gone. I feel empty and alone.
You can replace the call of the queen bee with the call of Heronia's friend.
Yes, and all your belongings are in a box to the left.
Right.
Everything you own.
In a box to the left.
Okay. I take up the box and I'll lead the way.
Is anybody hurt from that battle?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
In
Yes.
so many ways I am, but not
I mean, do you
physically.
have like actual damage, like hit points?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a healing word. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, Lysander's gonna do something to you. Just stand still. Don't be moving now. Say your healing word. There you are.
If I had a gold piece for every time a clergyman said that to me.
Don't move.
All right, do you feel that? You feel that? Hey, ho!
I'm feeling a warm spot.
All right, there you go. You feel that? You feel that warm spot? All right. It'll cool off after a while.
Point to the door where the warm spot was.
Jesus Christ.
All right, boys, we're going to Mesro, right?
Yep. So as you guys get across on the opposite side, Grob, you realize that when you were previously Swarm Grob, you noticed that about 50 yards into the interior, due east, the temperature of the always humid, always musty Chult began to drop. And as you guys take the canoes, put them over your head, and proceed into the interior, headed due east in the direction that Azaka is taking you and the direction that Grob is scouted out, everyone else recognizes that it is noticeably colder here. Maybe it's so much as 10 to 20 degrees colder.
I start...
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Oh, it's getting colder. Ugh.
Everybody roll perception checks to me when you get a chance.
I want a wild magic surge for Quinn from Artificer Mishara. Thank you very much. You sworn off of... Oh, is it today that Quinn's sworn off of magic, or is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Conveniently tomorrow.
Conveniently tomorrow.
8.
8, 17, 10.
Let me see. Yeah, bees get sleepy in the cold. Rolled an 18.
Holy crap, that's low.
That is low.
119.
119 reads, after each spell, caster's hair grows 2 inches. And not just on their head, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? On
You
the
become
beard.
more and more bestial.
The beard as well. Pretty cool.
Okay, Josh. Hair. Grows. Spells. This is my life. Thank you, guys. Okay, do I have all the perceptions in from everybody?
You do indeed.
Okay, Grob, since you were the first to notice it, you are the first to notice the fact that it is getting so cold now to the point that you can see your breath, and there are actual icicles hanging from the condensation on the vinage and some of the palm plants that are hanging in this area. And there's an actual crunch to the ground as you're walking. There is a frost that has taken hold of this place.
Okay, I'll point this out to the group and I'll say, you see there's a frost over this land. Like something magic and cold, you know? More than just a normal winter cold. I mean, it's so hot out here normally.
I don't think anything on this island's normal.
Grab, are you sure this is not just a side effect of your bee form?
I wish it were. I look away into the middle distance as a single tear rolls down my cheek.
Rurik's gonna ask the guide how much further it is.
She says 3 days.
Oh, Jesus.
You said there was someone named
Erroneous.
Raven with us?
Yes.
Who is Raven?
Raven is an elf woman that has been with them since the beginning, and she is noticeably quiet since they've arrived in Chult.
I'm gonna sidle on up to her. Hey there. What's your story? Pretty cold, huh? You got a rainbow cape or something like that? Man, imagine if there was some kind of wild magic or something where I could get a rainbow cape. That'd be sweet.
Who the hell are you?
I'm not gonna get hit by fire, am I? Sid Grundle?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave that on the other shore for right now. Is that supposed to mean anything to me?
Well, if you rolling in the deeps, you're gonna know who I am. Or if you've been sculling down in Skullport, you ever done that? You ever go to a cockfight? Something like that?
Apparently you have.
Oh, yeah. All right, anyway. So what's the deal with the ice, huh? She have a ring on? Just like...
You're checking to see if she's married or wed?
Yeah.
Or you're just checking
or
to see
if she has a magic ring.
She has a... All right.
Either or.
Okay. I was going with the... Okay. No, she's not wearing a ring.
Okay. All right, well, whatever. I'm just trying to be nice. No one's talking to you. I just want to help you out.
Yeah, she completely ignores you, as she has done everybody else, basically, since Port Nyanzaru. Quinn.
I'm going to ask the paladin, what's her deal, huh?
Oh, she's, not particularly chatty. NPC is what I call her.
Listen, buddy, we're both men of the cloth, so I'm going to stick by you, all right? You know what I mean?
Yes, if you stand close to that one, fire will hit you and you'll get dirt all over. If you stand next to that one, you might turn into bees.
What's the deal with bee guys? He's safe to be around. He going to turn on us, our little club?
Safe to
Was that a
be
bee pun?
around.
Is that a bee pun?
It was unintentional, but yeah.
Well done.
I trust all these fools and these idiots with my life. So yes.
All right, let's go. Let's do this thing. So, is the ice get thicker as we go, or?
It becomes very noticeable at this point. The frost is heavy, and as the humidity decreases because of the inability for the water to hang in the air anymore, obviously the heat has dropped down, and you begin to see, while there isn't anything that appears to be coming down in the form of snowfall, it seems that any water that would have been in this area has now formed into frost and ice. So there's a glisten, a sheen of maybe 1/8 of an inch of ice over any of the non-ground surfaces. The ground itself seems to just be frost. Everything else seems to have ice involved with it, icicles hanging from any area that might be able to sluice water to a lower gravity point.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have... Any of you guys know a lot about magic? Maybe you could reach out with your mystic senses and see if we can figure something out here.
Hezekiah knows lots, and then there's Dirt Man.
Dirt Man. Will you live in the dirt or something there, boy?
Yeah,
It's his surname. It's Dirtman.
Yeah. All right. So let's figure out what this ice is all about, huh?
Come on, guys. We got to look good in front of the new person.
Dirt Man, you got to know something about this.
Yes, Dirtman, astound us with your nature knowledge.
Ice is from nature. Come on there, buddy. This is your time to shine.
It's basically really cold dirt when you think about it.
I can tell you this much. That ice is cold. Like,
Oh, is this that scientific method again?
Yeah, this is the science we did last week, remember?
I like science. We kill things.
Somebody stick your tongue on that ice. Let's see just how cold it is.
Yeah, someone
Okay, I will.
That sounds like science.
Do you really?
Rurik goes and licks an icicle.
Oh, no.
Again, if I had a gold piece for every time a clergyman has asked me to stick my tongue on something.
Oh, no.
So as he licks the icicle,
Too much gold.
as he licks the icicle, Hezekiah points and a firebolt just sort of flies out of his hand to the icicle to see if there is any effect.
Yeah, it melts.
Okay.
Yeah, you see it affected as you would see it affected by any traditional form of heat. But almost immediately as it melts and kind of drops to the ground, you see it kind of with the wisp of fog of a quickly changing temperature of, liquids to solids. You see that recondensation, that refreezing as it hits the ground.
Okay, I have, all right, here's the deal, boys. Lysander can help 3 of you, but one of you is going to be out in the cold, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm definitely helping my boy Rurik here, but Dirt Man, Hezi, or the orc guy, one of you's not going to get it. How do you want to figure that out?
Well, Hezekiah's pretty bad. He probably needs it. And, well, Dirtman, well, he's Dirtman. So I'll go about it. I don't need it. I'll go vote those guys to monsters.
I actually found that, but we'll talk about that later. All right, so I'm going to cast Aid. So it'll last for 8 hours. And those 3 have their hit point max, and their current hit point value goes up by 5. Okay?
Sweet.
Also, boys, you need water. I know in the jungle you need like 4 water skins worth of water every day just to not die, Because I can make some water. Lysander will give you some.
You got any pollen? Oh. Water, yeah.
Boys, real stuck
Actually, I believe only you need water. We did science and/or math, and we found the exact right number of water units and food units to bring with us here into the jungle. You have inconvenienced us by existing. Therefore, you need food and water, or you will die.
We abbreviated the food units FU and then the fluid units FU, and we got really confused.
Point is, we have enough FU. Now you need your share.
He needs more.
I smell logistics, so I will intervene at this point and say, Quinn, you smell something.
Rude.
Roll a nature check for me.
Okay. Can I tell at all what it seems to be?
Can you what you broke up there a little bit, bud?
Oh. That'll be a. Where are we? Here we go. Nature check is a nat 20. Just
Just
I've been kind of quiet, just saving there, and then nat 20.
right. You smell something that you, because of your experience in the north, and because of your experience with certain members of your circle, you believe that you have identified the smell of a winter wolf, and you believe it to be very close.
Right. Okay. So he looks around and sort of says, "There is something out here with us, and it is big, and it is mean, and it will kill all of you."
Yeah, I know. Grob's right there.
Dirtman, we are literally surrounded by undead and dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, this isn't like that. This is something that knows the terrain. This is the predator of this land. It's a winter wolf. And it'll tear you limb from limb with very little effort put in. So...
Winter wolf, quick, Grob, check the guide.
Oh yeah, good idea. I go look in my book.
I found that book, just saying.
Well yeah, but me and my bees, we protected that book.
Wait, I can settle this. Look at this. And Hezekiah opens Grob's book to the signature that says to Grob.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's got about
I told you I can't read that well, so I can't.
It says to Grob.
Is that cursive? Because I don't know that one.
We don't have curses here.
No, we don't. We try not to swear.
All right, whatever. I'll let it go. I don't
Even though
care.
I
I'll
just
just
did.
I'll get my own. I don't care. Hey, how close is this wolf?
Oh, you won't get a side one.
The rest of you can roll perception checks. If Grob is consulting the guide, that would be his action. Okay. As you thumb through the area and you get into Arctic and northern lands, you quickly identify a rather in-depth and detailed sketching that could only come from the masterful artisan hand of one Volo Thamkadarm. And as you can almost hear Volo saying in your mind, winter wolves, they are awful beasts. They're cold and they are large and they are wolfish in nature, but their masters are even worse. The frost giants. You will hear them coming or see them coming, or both.
Whoa, it's like he was here with me when I read it. I can hear his voice in my head. You'll hear him coming, he said.
I had to read the subtitles.
Yeah, it's okay. It's captioned. Even though it's a book. The book is captioned. He captions the pictures. Anyway,
captioned, yes. Everybody else perception. That's up to Grob.
Does Grob tell us that?
I'll pass on the information.
It's a frost giant. Okay, so I'm gonna cast real quick. I'm gonna bless the 3 people that I gave aid. So they each get plus D4 to attack rolls or saving throws for the next minute. So let's get in a fight like right now, okay?
Okay, it's great that you guys say that. Has everyone rolled their perception checks? Let's see, I've got Mike, I've got Strider, I've got Sean. I need Quinn's, please.
All right.
Dirt Man's probably just looking at Dirt again. Or reading the captions.
That's a 9.
9?
Okay, as you guys are underneath, kind of looking around, aware of when Grob's fingering through his book, everybody else is kind of checking the area, amazed. A blast of extreme cold erupts from behind you. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh dear.
Mike fails.
I got 13.
About that. Whoops.
Oh.
How about that?
I rolled a 16.
Okay, everybody. Let's do this.
Remember, you guys get plus D4 to your saves, the 3 I blessed.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Josh, was Josh one of the ones that you blessed? Or Rorik, was he one of the ones that you blessed?
Is everyone except for myself.
Okay, so this is everybody but Mike then, correct?
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, Mike, you take 21 points of cold damage. Everybody else, give me 10.
Ow.
Yeah, that hurt.
Ow.
And as you all turn around, you see a massive white wolf standing behind you that looks sort of like that.
Ooh.
Like a white wolf, actually. I mean, I can.
Strangely enough, looks exactly like a white
where
wolf.
that name comes from.
Okay, everybody roll initiative for me as we are in combat with the winter wolf.
Oh, it's a 6 from Grob.
We have no idea what's going on.
No. I mean, what's new? A 4 from Rurik. Oh man.
I'm back in, guys. My rolls are back up.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm just apparently not good at the one thing I'm good at, which is dexterity.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who'd have thunk it, right?
Okay. Let's see, we got Mike, Hezekiah. It looks like Josh is next. I can find my... Where the hell's my Quinn card? Quinn card! Okay. Hezekiah, Quinn, Sean, and then is it Rorik? And then no, it's Grob then Rorik.
Yep.
Okay, great. And this bad boy is going to.
I will remind you, Greg, you do have a nat 20.
I don't need it since I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
Actually, I rolled 2, but 16 is still going to beat most of you guys anyway. So I'll use my nat 20 there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh dear, oh dear. It's a curse for Sid Grundle from Artificer Mishara. Thank you, Artificer. I'll also remind you guys of what crits and fails we have going into this combat. Mike has a nat 1 to use, Strider has a nat 1 and a nat 20, Sid has a nat 1 and a nat 20, Quinn has a nat 20, and I have 2 nat 20s and a nat 1. Seems like a good time to get through. Oh boy.
Grob, this is coming in on you. 24 to hit for 10 piercing damage, which I'm assuming will hit you.
That'll hit, yeah. That'll do it.
Okay, and that will take us to Hezekiah.
Hezekiah ate a lot of shit with that cold blast, and he is dressed for jungle combat and not the winter tundra. So I'm going to use my nat 1 to stumble up to this awful beast in full confidence and swing green flame blade at this thing and completely whiff. And you can feel free to describe how badly that attack goes.
Okay, so you're pulling forth your nat 1 to use it in this attack while putting yourself directly in front of the winter wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you come forward, the green flame erupting from the end of the diamond rapier, you've had a ton of success with the zombies, and as you come through and almost in a fencing, a very nobleman stance, one arm back and one arm forward, you thrust forward with the rapier, and just at that moment, the light emits from it as you cross that southwestern glow, and it erupts, blinding you for a second, completely taking you unaware, because it normally doesn't happen without the divining rod attached to it. But in this case, it did go off, blinding you as you stumble forward, and you actually brush past the teeth and maw of it as you are in an almost embrace with the white wolf.
Ooh.
Hezekiah, have fun with that.
Oh, baby.
Quinn, you're up, brother.
First it was bee kisses.
Okay.
Don't remind me.
Don't remind me.
I am going. Oh, I can't quite turn into that thing. It's just a little bit too gnarly for me at the moment. So I'm gonna try and burn this fucker. So I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere. I'm gonna ask it to give me a fucking save. And the good thing is, I can just use high-level spells because I'm not going to be casting spells tomorrow, so I can just dump it at a higher level because tomorrow's my day off and I don't need to worry.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It fails, and that's going to be 7 fire, correct?
Indeed, and I am going to just hold my position because that's all I'm doing for this turn.
Okay. So for the theater of the mind aspect, you have not closed distance with it. You're not within melee with it. Okay, do you want to spread out of the way? You guys are funneled in such a direction that, I don't know, a specific breath weapon type of blast might be able to get all of you. Just...
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Greg. Some kind of breath weapon? Or,
never mind. It's just, never mind. Okay, this will take us to Sid. Sid, what would you like to do, brother?
By the way, Sid has the curse of the flat man. For the next 24 hours, all rolls, checks, and saving throws no longer have any bonuses of any sort. The number on the die is the roll.
That's a big curse, dude. Holy shit.
Hey, remember when we worked in Roll20 and got all those bonuses and macros done? Yeah, fuck that. Okay.
I want to thank whoever gave me that 20. You are really awesome. Whoever did the other one, you know. Don't come to my blog, okay? Actually, I don't care. But somebody get me a rainbow cape or something, okay? All right. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to use my 20, and I'm going to summon that weapon, the spiritual weapon,
Sure.
to attack the thing. So that way it's an auto crit, right?
Yeah, you can do it for the attack. Jesus, you can do it for the attack. Yeah, so you don't need it to summon. And spiritual's an action. So go ahead and cast, and then you'll automatically hit and roll me some damage for it, please.
All right. So how do you do a crit in this thing?
Just roll it, and isn't it your base? So it'll be is it spiritual weapon D6 per spell level? I'm asking somebody who plays a cleric more than I do.
There you go. That's D8 plus 4. Well, without no plus, right? So D8.
Yeah, just roll D8 for me.
I'll roll a D8. Okay.
My brother's screaming at me. It's D8, not D6.
Okay.
Nice, max damage. Okay, so as soon as you cast this spell, grabbing your holy symbol again, feeling that disconnect, and normally where you would see a divine blade with the symbol of Lysander carved into the hilt, it seems tarnished, and it seems to have a wisp of shadow to it as you create it. But as it comes through and it strikes the wolf, you do see visible pain, visible affliction, and physical impact as it severs through a portion of the it's cauterizing as it goes. So you don't see any red splash against the white fur, but you do see it hit, and it growls for a second as it turns, with Hezekiah basically shoulder to shoulder with it.
Okay. So for my move, is it possible for me to climb a tree? Are there vines?
Yeah, but they are covered in ice, but you can certainly try.
They're covered in ice.
Ah, yes. As
The vines are frozen too?
part of my wonderful narration. Yes.
All right, I'm not going to bother trying to climb. This is not going to happen. I'm just going to get scatter as far as I can. And if possible, even put a tree between me and the wolf so it can't see me. But my weapon is going to stay right real close to it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because you can do it up to 60 feet, I believe, is you can control it away from you, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're easy. It's easily for you to be able to kind of jump into the foliage a bit and get behind one of the larger kind of great trees that are there with the high canopy. It's a little bit slick over there, but I'm not going to make you roll for it or anything. So you're currently away from the group and sheltered by a semi-frozen tree.
So this natural one I have, I get to choose when I use it?
Greg can force it upon you.
You can, and if you say something like, "Oh, I'll do a nat 1 to slip when I'm running over here," I'll say, "Bullshit, that's not going to happen. I'm going to use it when you're in combat." But since Mike went ahead and scotched himself, I'm all for that because it put him in harm's way.
All right. I'm going to say, hey, Dirt Man, why don't you try to make friends with this thing, right? You like the animals and stuff.
Dirtman is already gone,
That's a
though.
great idea.
Well, he's going to go again. Come on. All right, that's it for me.
Grob, you're up, brother.
Volo would kill it for science. Yeah, I pull the true scientist move, the true explorer, murder the animal which I've just found, so that I can science it some more. So I'm gonna run up to it, get right in its way, perfectly primed for a breath weapon, and I'll use my nat 1 to completely fucking shank it, and probably along the way I will trip up whilst doing so because it's fucking ice underground. So I just kind of like Volo Science, and yeah, Grob is completely gonna fuck it up.
Okay, so Grob charges, eats ass, and basically slides on the frost right up to the paws, like at the feet of both the Winter Wolf and Hezekiah. Grob slides to a stop. Okay.
Yeah, I like toboggan, but with no toboggan.
Right. and a cry to Volo, right, which is usually... Okay, so you are prone, though. Is that what you're telling?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that now on and say that I'm prone, because it's, it's classic, like, slapstick Grob at this point,
Sure, yeah. Okay, so you are prone. Rorik, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to be pretty similar. I'm going to use both my nat 20 and my nat 1 all at once. For my first hit, I'm going to throw a Thunderous Smite on my sword, which 2d6 more damage on my next attack, and he has to make a strength saving throw. And I'm going to use my crit for that. And then for my second swing, completely fumble it up and throw the sword accidentally and slip on the ice and get knocked prone. I'm using my new shiny Heronius sword for this, though. Does anything special happen?
As you have had it in your possession for well over 20 minutes, and because I don't feel like waiting for Myth to come back for him to tell you that it is a +1 sword, it is a +1 sword. So add a +1 to the appropriate rolls.
Okay.
And you said a strength saving throw for the Thunderous Smite, correct?
Yep. Or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Okay, well, it messes up big time. And do I have any more?
You're all used up. We got Sid with a nat 1, Quinn with a nat 20, Rook with a nat 20, and me with 2 nat 20s.
Okay.
No, I was going to use up my nat 20 for that one.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so as you come through Thunderous Smite, you're able to kind of almost shoulder check and half kind of slice down and shoulder check, and somehow with your weight, you're able to hit this thing back as it falls, slips over the prone Grog, stumbles through Hezekiah, and goes to its side for a second as the comedy of errors that can only be the Tomb of Annihilation continues. What do you?
Okay, I have a quick question for you then.
No.
With a crit, is that just the weapon damage that's going to be doubled?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that Thunderous Smite, and then I'm going to use a 2nd level spell slot for a bigger smite.
Yeah, any die rolls, but the bonuses are not doubled. So the results
It's
of
just the weapon damage.
Yeah, results of the die, doubled it, and then give me the bonuses on top of it.
Nat 20 for Greg from Artificer Mishara, thank you.
I knew if I just said that out loud.
Right.
God damn it, Greg.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Artificer.
Yeah. Let's see. I think you crit damage on the dice as well, yeah, for the smite.
Yeah, the smite dice get
Smite
crit
dice
as well.
double.
Get double.
Oh, well, it's 4D plus another. I will roll
Oh,
another
okay.
3D8.
Fucking hell. This is when paladins crit and it goes all sorts of painful.
So +7, so 47.
Okay, so as you come through and the light of Heronius is with you, it absolutely blasts this thing back, as this time, where it wasn't evident with the spiritual weapon, when you come through and body check into this thing, there is a splash of crimson. And as it goes from your new sword blade down the arm of Rourke, across his face, as it splatters, and the warmth in this now cold area just kind of congeals and coalesces on his cheeks and down his face, and Rourke smiles as he sees it, and this creature gets blasted back in a spray of blood, hitting the ground and rolling to a stop. It is now the top of the round, correct?
And Rourke eats shit.
right.
He's face first in the snow.
Me too.
Yeah, he checks it as it stumbles off and falls down. He steps right on Grog and falls to the ground as well. Hezekiah is able to spin away from it as there is basically a pile of the party, and the Winter Wolf is slightly off to the side. As the Winter Wolf goes first, it will right itself, and it will take off running for 25 feet in the opposite direction. So anybody with a ranged weapon has a chance to go here. It is hauling ass. So
I'm standing right next to it with a melee weapon.
yeah, it was knocked back 10 feet though because
It was knocked back. Okay,
the
I missed
Thunder
that.
Smite. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And actually it's going to dash, so it's going to get 75 feet away. Half its movement to rise for an action, and then movement, and then it can because it doesn't take an action to rise, it just takes half movement, correct? So that's 75 feet, ladies and gentlemen. Hezekiah, you are up. If you've got distance on 75 feet.
I kind of do. I'm trying to double check. I think I can attack with a ranged.
You could always move and make an attack if it's like 60 feet, for instance.
Yeah. No. Okay, I don't have that yet. No, I think the arcane strictures get an ability where they can attack opportunity with magic eventually, but not where I'm at now. So yes, I do. You say 75 feet?
It's 75 feet away from you. Yep.
I immediately cast a firebolt. God
you
damn
don't.
it, my spell doesn't work. I didn't adapt to the new system yet. So I'll roll a d20. 1 d20. Plus 2. Does it? Nope. So I chase after it, shooting fireballs as I go.
Okay. So what's your maximum movement speed? You are still standing, so you'll get full movement.
So 30.
Okay. So you close within 45 feet, fire a firebolt, it misses, and then Quinn, you're up. unless you've got something else, Hezekiah.
I don't think so. That's a full action. Yeah. So that's. Oh, you know what? I'm a rogue. As a bonus action, I dash.
Okay.
So I move 60 feet.
Okay, so you're 15 feet away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Creature within. No, that's 30 feet, so that's crap. And it's 75 feet away. I'm not sure I can actually hit this thing. That's annoying.
Wish I could turn into a swarm of bees right now.
Don't we all?
Rob
If
thinks
only.
to himself.
Rob thinks some stuff out loud.
Imagine if we all turned to a swarm of bees. What would happen then?
We'd become one another.
We'd
Oh,
be
God.
awesome.
Oh god. Oh no.
Does that mean when we reformed, we'd be like combined different parts of each
We'd
other?
be the Megazord.
It'd be like Beatron.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to look out and I will. Where is it? Yeah, no, it's a deck save. I am going to look out and cast a casual little bit of cool lightning because fuck that creature.
Fuck it. So what is that, a deck save or?
I'll tell you, buddy, that is a deck save indeed. As a storm builds, it takes half damage as a storm builds, and I'm going to cast it over where it's running away. Just out of curiosity, what's the weather like at the moment?
It's very cold, it's less humid, but farther up you can see the thunderheads and everything that are normally part of the Chalton weather system.
Okay, so is it naturally stormy?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. In which case, there's some extra damage chucked in there as well, because I take control of the actual storm that there currently is.
Right.
And I get to add another D10.
Even chat was offended by that pun, just so you know, Mike. It's about
Good.
as offensive as the Emoji
Me.
movie.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
So that's 24 damage, halved to 12 lightning damage, and I can... Yeah.
How would you like to kill this 12 hit point winter wolf?
So literally, he just sees it running away, sees like the absolute fucking catastrophe that is his party. With only somehow Hezekiah is still on his feet. Like that just boggles his mind, and he looks out and sort of reaches into the sky and just draws his hand down, and a lightning bolt strikes, and it just punches through the ground, through the winter wolf. And if we're on ice, it's probably not particularly pleasant for him, as it sort of just blasts ice in every direction.
Right. Hezekiah, roll me a deck save, which was coming anyway.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yep. So you see this at the last second, the smell of ozone, the crack, and the peel come after the lightning strike. But you turn as the actual emittance of the sonic thunderclap careens through the jungle, as do large chunks of recently formed and recently liquefied pieces of ice go flying everywhere. But you're able to shield yourself in such a way that as they spatter and hit the ground and immediately refreeze, you are standing in the blasted remains of this very wrecked winter wolf.
Hezekiah casts a firebolt at it.
Just for shits and giggles,
Yeah,
I'm going to let you hit.
that's it. He just wanted to cast it at it.
Yeah, it hits, and the thick hide and the thick hair, it smolders for a second, looks like it's going to catch, but then kind of fizzles out.
And then, like an action star, he just turns around and walks back to the group. Well done, all of you on the ground there.
Right, somewhere Michael Bay is erect, just thinking about
Yeah, he just makes one poof, poof. Well, that was my explosion for the
Why
day.
haven't you given me the image of Michael Bay erect? Why do I have to go to sleep thinking about that tonight?
You have to live with this now.
Yeah.
right, because
This is
I am the
my life.
DM and I can give you a picture of Michael Bay erect.
That is the 101st curse.
That, you know, that's the excuse that they used just before they arrested my old teacher. Now,
Yeah.
Greg, we do have a viewer decision to
Do
bring
we?
in on this. We certainly do, my friend.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Guys, since Sid's only with us for this episode, I will put him into the party mix for this. But it is Sid, it is Quinn, and it is Hezekiah. Of those three gentlemen, who would you like to get to be blessed and cursed by the next boon of the trickster gods?
And that's a choice between Sid and who, sorry?
Sid, Quinn, and Hezekiah.
All right. Sid,
Sean, Josh, and Mike.
Quinn, Hezekiah. All right.
It's been nice knowing you, Sean.
Thanks, Dirt Man. Hey, is Rurik down right now? Is he hurt?
Lying down.
Okay, I'm gonna run over.
He didn't get hurt. Like he's a little hurt. He's just.
Oh, he's not hurt.
Rurik's armor has just frozen to the ice, just like.
He looks like a turtle on his shell.
Is anybody injured?
I'm a little bit injured. I did take a bit of that breath back there from the Wolfie.
Yes, I'm quite injured.
Meta-wise, I'm 12 down.
I was hit by quite a large blast of frost. It was quite terrible.
So Hezekiah, is there ice on the ground?
There's frost on the ground, and there's basically a coating of ice on anything that isn't the ground.
Okay.
The ground in Chult just has too much heat to actually have some type of ground, but the inanimate stuff, or the removed from the ground and up a little bit in the air, the leaves, the trees, and all that, the shrubbery, all that stuff is covered with ice.
Okay, I'm going to do a couple things. First, I want to go over to Hezekiah, and I'm going to cast a level 3 healing thing. Let's jack it up to level 3. Let's see what we get here. That sucks. All right. So I heal Hezekiah for a little bit.
14. Sweet.
Now I've got this, one of my channel divinities lets me hand out 25 hit points total, but I'm going to heal myself for most of it. So I'll heal myself for 15, and I'll give 5 to the other 2 that are hurt.
I'm just very selfish from a Lysander.
Well, I got an idea, and I need hit points for it. Then the third thing I want to do, now I have a thing, I think, right, where I build something. Once it's completely built, it blows up, right?
Only if you roll a 13 in the crafting process.
Only if I roll a 13. Well, what I want to do, I want to make something, but save the last piece of it. So it only takes an action to put the last piece on, okay?
Tell me what you're making.
Like the opposite of a frag grenade, you have to put the pin in as opposed to out.
That's right. I gotta make something. Let's see here.
Sid, where did you get that grenade? I don't know.
I don't know. Oh my! It's just gonna be. Please make it a puzzle, and then just give it to someone.
Yeah. They're gonna make me a puzzle, everybody. I'm gonna do that if I can. Is there something flat that I can cut up into puzzle pieces?
Sure. I mean, what do you want to use here? You can use wood. You can use a branch.
Bark. Use bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get to the ice. I'll get you. You can get a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of bark. Peel it off. Most of these are like rubber trees type of stuff, palm-bearing trees. You'd be able to get a big kind of sheet of it off if you want to do something with it.
I'm gonna make a puzzle in the shape of a skull, and I'm gonna leave the last piece out.
Okay.
By the way, it's Sid that has won the viewer decision.
Yes, of course.
All right, so what does that mean? Is it good or bad?
Sid, roll me a
one
d6,
knows.
please.
Roll a d6.
Rurik's gonna lay hands on himself and then also heal up anyone else. I got 13 points left.
Oh,
if anyone else needs
I
healing.
could do with that, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. You can have 13.
Yeah, I'm down for 10. So, thank you. Appreciate that. Laying on your hands again.
Still didn't.
Just patting on your back. Good job, man.
Still didn't get my rainbow cloak, huh?
Sean, was that a 2?
Sure was.
Okay. You, as benefiting by the 9 trickster gods in chat, are now inhabited by Kabuzon.
Yes, the strong one, right?
Kabuzon has gifted you with a strength of 23.
Yeah! And I'm fearless, right?
You are fearless and not afraid to take great risks.
Nice.
So am I like super jacked up now? Like that?
Yes, you look like
like
Joe Manganiello, right? You look like a Michael Bay erection, veiny and ripped.
I'm like Joe Manganiello. Hey guys, check out my guns. Oh wait, what's it, Raven? Hey Raven, look it out.
She's paying no attention to you.
Sure, I'm tired right now.
Somehow the NPCs survived that blast.
Right.
Right. They seem to be perfectly fine.
It's as if the DM forgot about them.
It's as if he needs them
Can't
for
be
plot
fucked.
devices later.
It's as if he needs them to defeat SRX.
Right. One of those is the
The
hidden
plot
enemies.
development, yeah.
So is there any sign of the frost giant? Is there? I mean, because there might be a frost giant, but we don't know, right?
You guys anybody that wants to check and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Let's see if
I'm
there's
also-
anything big around here.
Well, while they look for the actual frost giant, I'm going to look for tracks. If that's okay.
That is my highest roll of all.
Well, I'm not
10.
just looking in the trees to see if there's
Okay.
a frost giant.
Quinn, perception or survival, whichever one you want to do.
A 14 for
Okay.
survival.
Let's see, everybody else 10, 8, 10, they all eat ass. So okay. Josh, you're able to find that as you're looking around, you can see that there is a partial footprint right beside a sheaf of like sandstone. It definitely looks like a very, very large humanoid footprint, but you cannot track it anywhere else. Perhaps if you had a higher survival roll, you might be able to, but there is evidence of frost giant activity here.
Answer that, Greg. I was feeling self-conscious, and then you just.
I wanted to remind you that sucked. So
Yeah. Just so you know, you could have achieved something today if you applied yourself. But
Sorry, Josh, if it makes you feel better, I rolled just to roll lower than you, so you'd feel better about yourself.
oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
well, if it makes you feel any better too, Josh, there's always tomorrow when you can't cast spells.
Indeed.
Right. Okay, so what's that for, Will? The 1d5?
It's a random roll to see who gets a wild magic surge from Driss Fury he just subbed. So I figured I could be 1, 2 could be Josh, 3 could be Power Score, 4 could be Strider, 5 could be Mike based on the overlay. So
That sounds great.
Power Score, you want to roll, let's say D10,000? Feeling lucky. These ones can be good. You know, these ones
Yeah.
can be good.
Yeah, the wild magics aren't. They're like 20% okay.
20%.
20%. There's like some that are really good, and then I will never forget the time that I got super checked up on Snowy. Oh,
Robot Josh is
Yeah,
back.
you're over in love with that.
Curse of the Robot Man.
8451, yeah. All transparent matter within 1 mile is as fragile as glass.
Like the ice?
But the
like
ice
the ice.
is fragile as glass.
Okay,
oh
so
shit, if we come to like a frozen lake.
right, yeah. So you notice that even when you're kind of investigating and looking around and doing
everything.
yeah, it's shattering great like 15, 20 yard expanses of ice and frost on the ground. And when you touch a tree, it's just, spider webbing all the way up, as it seems to be really, really fragile for you in particular. Quinn, you also notice that you seem to be in desperate need of a haircut. As an elf, you just, for some reason, your hair is getting very, very unruly. You are, even for a druid, you are not as well kept as you would like.
Because you guys don't sort of appreciate how cool I am already, Quinn, and he goes man bun. He man buns up.
I mean, I got to roll to see how bad that hurts.
Brave man. I mean, like I considered that once, and I thought, fuck no, stream is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
So then
This is great.
I wear beanies in shame now.
That's 51 damage. No. I'm just- okay, so
Man bun damage.
I'm thinking that if something's coming for us, why don't we look in the trees for a huge clump of glass, right? And try to
Right.
lure it right under it, and then we could shatter it and like cut the crap out of this thing.
That sounds like
Anytime
science.
Rurik unsheaths his sword, all leaves fall off of all trees nearby.
I remember that. And
Really?
they're all frozen. So
Yeah, it's one of my curses.
Oh, that's like so good, because that's like, oh man, that's like you fucking icicle this.
We can use the
mofo.
canoes. We can use the canoes to protect ourselves from the ice.
Oh my
I can
god,
just
the
imagine-
science.
I can imagine us like hiding,
Genius.
like we're hiding in an ambush, and he's standing out there, and he draws his sword. All of the cover vanishes. We're all just behind this bush, like.
This is
Oh, for God's sake.
this is a logistical nightmare for Greg.
I would like to tell my 9 trickster gods in chat how Greg spends a lot of time really making sure that he knows the events of Tomb of Annihilation so he can properly replay it here for the great people of Encounter Roleplay. And I'd like you to know I've used none of that knowledge yet so far in this entire series.
I want you to know that you're welcome.
Right.
We're trying to keep you on your toes. This is really for you, not
this is
for
your
us.
challenge.
We should do this.
Oh, Jesus.
We should set a trap and have him draw the sword.
I
and
like that.
fly or
That's-
whatever. If there is a frost giant, if not, we should just find a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And
If not, we
bring
should just
it
do
over.
it anyway for science.
Okay, so you have no evidence other than the partial footprint.
Zero evidence of this ever happening. Where did we even get the idea of a fucking frost giant?
Right, you have a partial footprint that Quinn found of a frost giant.
Oh,
Quinn,
okay.
Quinn walks over and just like kicks some like broken glass, so it disperses the footprint, and he's just like, on second thought, I'm not sure there actually is a floss giant around here.
A floss giant.
A floss giant, candy floss
Time
giant.
to do your teeth. Oh,
Make sure you do the molars.
well, if it ain't no frost giant, then I guess if we see one, we'll do it. But if we don't see one, then we won't until we see one.
Summon 2d8 cavity creeps.
Wow.
Eric's gonna fly 50 feet up in the air and do a quick survey of the scenery and see if there's any threats nearby, and if not, he's going to mush the party like dogs to get moving.
Okay, so you're going to basically fly up right beneath the canopy because this is a jungle. So if you go above that, you're going to be above the canopy and not be able to see anything. So you're just going to go up as far as you'll allow you to have ground sight, correct?
Yeah,
Or are you,
yeah.
Okay. So you fly up about 50, 75 feet. Roll me a perception check, please.
13.
Floss King's Thunder. Well played.
That's
I
awesome.
play that game. I play that game.
Okay, so you go up, you do not see anything. There's no evidence that you can spy at this point that suggests that there is a frost giant or multiple frost giants or any enemies for that matter approaching the area.
Well, the party knows that. Urk is screaming at all of them. So,
You're just kind of belting it from 75 up.
yes. I don't see anything. We should all be fine to go, friends. Come on.
Okay, okay.
If we're gonna head out, if I can, I would like to actually just carry a canoe on my own, because I got a 23 strength, right? And if someone wants, you can just lie down and ride in it, and I'll take care of it for you, all right? Get yourself a little nap.
Doesn't your curse of the flat man take away from your 23 strength?
Oh,
No, it's a natural 23. So if he rolls any type of check or anything that would give him the
Right.
bonus. Yeah, the straight base is 23, which is what he's
just using. Yeah.
Double checking.
Yeah, Hezekiah is used to having people do things for him, so he'll ride inside your boat.
Bad boy Grant strikes again of a nat 1 for Quinn. He says, "You didn't think I'd actually spare him, do you?" Thank you, Grant.
Dang.
Jesus.
That guy. Oh, I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. So you guys, I'm assuming you're continuing east towards the distant Mesro. After about another 2 or 3 miles, you realize that it's beginning to get warmer and the icicles are no longer forming. The frost is no longer on the ground. And as soon as you walk even farther, the humidity returns, the sounds of the jungle return. Everything is normal as it was before you hit this strangely cold spot. And it is about time to camp, kids.
It's middle in the hot spot you were feeling earlier, I guess.
The hot, sticky, wet spot. Yeah, that's most preferable. And one more time, Mike, can I have an Arcana check?
You can. 21.
Okay, just as you guys are stopping and I'm assuming starting to get a camp settled, it finally clicks. Hezekiah, something has been buzzing in the back of Hezekiah's mind.
Was it Grobbies?
It was bees.
It wasn't bees. It wasn't all the other crazy shit that's been going on. But ever since this voyage began, there's been something that's been tickling in the back of your mind, and it finally struck just as you kind of turned and were not even really consciously thinking of anything, and you realized that you caught a glimpse of the weave, a glimpse of some type of illusory magic that is covering Tyrek, the son of a Kimiafa. And it was there and it was gone.
Do I know what that means?
It's enough, and you've rolled high enough on your Arcana checks that I've been making you roll that it's illusory in nature. So it's some type of sealment magic, yeah.
And the weave is just a Forgotten Realms term for magic stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I don't actually speak Forgotten Realms. I'm not that kind of nerd.
Don't you pull my weave?
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, get him.
Yeah, I know, right? So as a nobleman with some vague knowledge of the arcane and some less than, heroic use of it, would I know how to, examine for that? To specifically look for that on a person?
You mean you want to kind of specifically...
Yeah, would I know the Identify spell? Would I know of it or other ways to use things like that spell?
Oh, you mean you can do it if you're trying to identify a magic item, you can use Arcana, and if it's high enough, you can get the same benefits from it. That's the way I play anyway, so I don't care.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, and damn it, Alazar's not here.
Yeah, he's going to make things a lot easier.
Everyone else is useless. You guys suck. Yeah, I guess I'll just take that to sleep for now. I'm not a spell guy. I'm just a knowing things guy.
Does the group take watches at night?
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask, what's the watch order that you guys want to set?
Hezekiah is... nope, he doesn't get shit. He'll take one of the first watches.
Rurik will take last watch so he can watch the sun come up and praise the sun.
I'll take one. I'll take a middle one.
Hezekiah
I'll watch out for you guys. Don't worry about it.
Hezekiah will also take a middle one because he has dark vision.
Okay, so far I have Hezekiah, Sid, and Rurik in the morning. You guys can get away with just one more person, Grob or Quinn, or we can make somebody else do it.
Taking a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn will take a watch because he only needs to sleep for 4 hours. So.
Okay, so we'll put you after Sid and before Rurik. How's that?
Okay.
Even though you'll probably be up, no matter what.
I'll do a 4 hour sort of stint and let the guys properly nap.
Right, your trance. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hezekiah, you have first watch. I'd like you to roll a d20 for me.
Sure. 10.
Okie dokie. Now roll me a perception check, please.
Also a 10.
We're getting back to form here, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. That is, however, enough to realize that when you're sitting there in a fireless camp, you do realize that Sid is not sleeping. He's pretending to sleep, but he's not sleeping.
God damn you, Sid. Yeah, I guess Hezekiah just kind of keeps an eye on him because Hezekiah is a thief. So he just watches him out of the corner of his eye.
Okay. Time comes and goes, and it's Sid's turn for watch.
Okay, I had a bad dream. I'll take watch. Good night.
Yes, good night. And he, knowing that Sid was not asleep, he sleeps on his pack.
Gotcha. Sid, roll a d20 for me, buddy. Oh, Carly Kloss just updated her own website on Wix, didn't she?
That was... I have no idea. That was so loud. It was just like...
She was already getting that message across.
Yeah.
Okay. Sid, as you are sitting there, you realize that the camp has a visitor in the shape of a small, maybe 12-inch tall black figure wearing what looks to be a white mask with some unidentifiable markings on the outside of it.
Do I know what that is? No.
Roll me a history. but this one's gonna be pretty tough because technically you wouldn't. You're not a native. You're pretty sure it's a 12-inch tall black figure with a white mask on. Beyond that, you have absolutely no idea. It may be a figment of your imagination. You're not quite sure.
I'm gonna wake up one random character. Let's see.
Tell me.
Grob.
Hey.
Hey, we got a visitor. It's like a little thing.
I was just
Like a dwarf, kind of.
I was just dreaming about the colony.
Still with the bees.
Back
Really?
home.
Yeah, always the bees. Oh, well, you got
Yeah, it's just bees, man. Come on, get your head in the game.
right, yeah. We got a guy. Where's the guy?
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna take care of this.
Okay.
I walk over to it and I'm gonna go. Can I help you there, little buddy?
As soon as it's up in the tree, so as soon as you kind of get below it, it stands up and kind of pulls around the tree, so it's just looking at you as you get closer. Even though you don't recognize this for what it is, you have read about like fairy folk, specific woodland creatures and woodland realms type of people that behave in such a way, nymphs, dryads, sprites. Some of them can be tricksters, some of them can be shy. This one seems to be more on the shy side.
Do we have like fruit stuff like that?
You have provisions, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like vegetables and fruit and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some delicious succulent fruit. I'm gonna throw it to him. You want a snack there, buddy? Go ahead.
It shies away and doesn't seem to have any interest in the fruit.
Hey, watch how far I can throw this rock. I'm gonna pick up a rock, and I have a 23 strength, so I'm gonna throw it as far as I can.
If a mask could show the ability to be impressed, it's impressed.
Pretty good, right?
That was actually very impressive.
That's an orc over there. He's all right.
It looks around, and as it looks at the two of you, it points off in the direction of the jungle.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
All right, I'm gonna wake everybody up. Hey, everybody, why don't you get on up? There's a guy pointing at stuff out here.
Ah, fighting time.
The man in the tree, and he's pointing at other trees.
Is he pointing to the way we're traveling or to the way we came from?
Neither. This is, if you're traveling from west to east, it's pointing north.
Also, thank you to Artificer. Gives 2 nat 1s to Mike.
What the shit?
I
I've been doing
asked
so well today.
I asked the guides what's north, and if they know what this is.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
Because you're all awake now, I would like you to roll perception checks for me.
Hey,
Is it? Oh, it might be warning us of danger.
might be trying to tell us someone's fallen down a well.
Where is it, boy?
Well, it's perception, so Rurik fails, of course.
Oh,
Holy snotches.
Quinn, you smell something else this time. It smells like the undead. And at that moment, you see 2 creatures burst from the canopy in the direction that the small creature was pointing towards. And they look like that.
Oh shit.
And,
Let me show
My
you
God,
pictures.
that is terrifying.
and if you want to thank somebody for that, thank Earthen.
no.
Yay!
No.
Oh.
I would like everybody
Why?
to roll initiative for me, please.
No.
I
I think we gotta run, guys.
Nat 20.
I have a question for you, Greg.
Yeah,
Is it past midnight?
it is.
That's
That's why I asked you when you wanted to do your shit, dude.
Why did they do this to you?
Wow.
Why do they do bad things to you? I don't.
So here's the thing. I got 2 nat 20s. Greg's got a nat 20. Mike's got 2 nat 1s. Sid's got a nat 1. Quinn's got a nat 1 and a nat 20. But I can't cast any magic because he's fucking vowed not to.
You guys, give Rurik love. He needs fails or successes. I don't care which.
He doesn't care which at this point. He just wants some. Wants to be involved.
All right, kids. Grob, you are up.
Okay. can I get towards this nearest, like, hunched over, undead-looking creature?
Right, just to, I don't think they can see this at home. At home, in chat. We're all at home, I think.
I'm not at home.
These large, lanky creatures come out with these hunched over, almost mossy cloaks thrown over their shoulders, long, wide, melted almost faces with unearthly open maws. And as they creak forward with the snapping and the popping of the undead, as the stench hits first Quinn, whose senses are more attuned than perhaps the others, and then that smell of rotten vegetation, of stagnant water and corroding flesh hits everyone. They begin to move in an almost weave-like pattern back and forth as the two share an almost symbiotic pattern of movement, and they close in on you. Grob, you can close the distance. They are only 20 feet away at this point.
Okay. Well, at this point, I feel like it's only fair that I try and save us all from whatever the hell this thing is. Therefore, I will be taking my turn to move towards it and hitting it twice with my axe. Thank you very much. And the DM gets another critical success. God damn it, Artificer. Okay.
Artificer, my man!
Right, I move towards it. I double swipe it because it's clearly not friendly. And I say, thank you, man in the tree. Nat 20! Oh, baby.
Nice.
So the first one is 2d12 plus 5, 19 damage. And second swipe, I will use my other nat 20. Well, one of my two donated nat 20s to give him another crit for 16 damage. So I deal 35 damage to him on a double swipe with the great axe. And I growl like a dog.
Right.
And I buzz like a bee.
So as Grob runs forward and the axe comes in and tears forth the flesh of one of these misshapen creatures, and you cut and slash, knowing that these were two hits that could have felled a normal foe, you realize that the wounds don't seem to be quite as prominent as you would have expected them to be. In fact, they seem greatly reduced than the carnage that you had expected. And the creature stares, and if it could grin with this massive mouth, it may. Grob, would you like to do anything else?
Guys, it's bad. Guys, it's bad.
It's real bad.
It's real bad, guys. It's real bad. Yeah, that is my turn. I'm just sad. That
Quinn.
has woken me up.
Okay, Quinn is going to move forward, and he is going to come up next to Grog and just like run up and spear over Grog's shoulder into this thing as hard as he damn well can. And I'm going to use my nat 20 to make with the stabbing. So that is a wow.
Oh, wow.
It's a super crit, bud.
That is terrible damage. That is like literally one of the worst damages I can roll. So for a total of 12, as he stabs down into this thing.
The same one, right? You're attacking the same one?
Yeah. Oh, same one.
Okay. Again, as you attack with your spear, expecting the hit to maybe gain a little bit more purchase. As you're going for the ribs, expecting it to slip through, it glances off, leaving a very shallow wound.
Okay, and I'll make the second attack for a 14.
Does not hit.
God damn.
Yikes. Keep trying, Quinn.
Yeah, so Quinn comes up next to this thing, doesn't really know what the fuck it is, only that it has no place in this world, and will call to the clanks, the very clanky individuals that they're undead.
Duh.
Rorik, you're up, buddy.
Rurik yawns and rubs his eyes. He's like, "Stop crying, Grob. I'll show you how it's done." Throws a thunderous smite on his sword and is going to attack it.
I'm not crying, I'm just... Water is coming from my
I get a
face.
+1 to that. I haven't added the magical +1, so that's a 20.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me damage for it.
Okay, second slot smite and thundering smite also.
And this is the same one that's been attacked so far, correct?
Yes, I'm hitting the one that's been attacked for 25.
Okay. Again, like the others, you feel this should have done a little bit more than what it did.
Well, I'm going to use my second attack then and attack the same one.
Okay.
Oh, only 12 this time.
That does not hit. Rorik, would you like to do anything else right now?
No, man. Just that's what he does.
Okay. Everybody but Hezekiah and Sid, I would like you to take 10 necrotic damage, please.
Nice. Also, Rurik gets a nat 1 from Artificer. Just like you asked.
Oh, sick. Perfect. I'm going to use that next round. Thank you, Artificer.
We take 10 necrotic, yeah, Greg?
Yeah, let me see. Whoever's gone first, Grob, Quinn, and Rorik, all take 10 necrotic, please.
Ow. And is that just from being near it? Do we sense like it's just in his presence?
Just from being near it, you believe. And it seems to be from both of them.
It's a very toxic relationship we're in.
Take 10 more, please. No. Okay, I would now at this point, as the face-to-face that has come through with Grob, the creature that was smiling with you locks gazes with you. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I don't know if I want to. It's a +4. 22. I don't know about
Nice.
you. But I'm feeling
That was-
22.
Very important.
Yeah. I sensed that.
I'd like you to take 12 psychic damage for me, please.
Sure you would. I'm about to
And-
psychic this guy back.
Rorik, I would like you to also roll a Constitution saving throw for me. This time, the other one is staring your way.
11. Yay.
Nailed it.
How about I take my nat 1 on this?
No.
No.
Okay, you guys look over and you see the second creature turn, and for a second, its eyes flare with, if there's a way to have ebony dark light, you see it kind of creep out, reaches over, and enters into the ocular cavities of Rorik as Rorik's hit points drop to 0.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As
Bye.
Rorik falls back, the greatsword clatters to the ground. He hits the ground.
He's got a nat 1. He's gonna have to do death saves.
Hold on. As he hits the ground, just as he hits underneath his breastplate, a small locket that was given to him by one of the children in the village of Salu, the crystal shatters. And Rorik, as he has 1 hit point.
Oh shit.
So, you were down, but you are back, but you are prone, you are weaponless, and you're at 1 hit point.
I am also out of spells and only have a nat 1, so someone else help me.
Right.
Right. Okay, so your bonus action on that one was to add in the smite, correct? So Thesaurus is kind of pacing awkwardly off, behind you guys, not knowing exactly what to do to creatures like this. Hezekiah, you're up, brother, followed by Sid. You'll be up in a second.
Okay. Hezekiah is going to win. Let's see what happens. So he is going to cast his green flame blade and attack at one of these monstrosities. Also, what do my gloves do? I assume it's been far more than 20 minutes.
You feel like you feel like more of a thief when you have them on.
Sweet. I am more of a thief when I have them on. Yeah, he is going to attack with his rapier and deal a bunch of extra damage. So, 12? Does a 12 hit?
It doesn't.
Shit.
Do you have
Okay.
you have any crits or?
No, I have 2 nat 1s. That's the opposite of what I want.
That's the opposite of what you need.
Yeah, no.
That's not what you need.
You don't need that right now.
It sure isn't. Yeah, so as a bonus action, I'm going to get the fuck out of there and disengage.
Okay, so you're going to use the disengage, which no attacks of opportunity.
No.
How far would you like to get away? You have about 10 feet of movement. So
back to where I was.
okay, you can get about halfway back to where.
Yeah.
Okay, Sid, you're up, brother.
Okay, tell me how much I can do here. Here's what I want to do. I want to yell to the little guy. Come with me there, buddy. I got an idea. Does he come with me?
Okay, you can yell that, but his action would be at a later date.
Okay. Are there canoes nearby?
The canoes that you guys were carrying are beside where you all are sleeping. Some of you are probably sleeping in the canoes. The immortal NPCs are hiding in them currently. I'm sure you could grab one if you'd like one.
Here's what I want to do. Grab a canoe, run over to Strider or Rurik, put it on, I'm going to lie flat so we're both under the canoe and we're not attached to its gaze. And then I'm going to use bonus action to cast
You coffin yourselves.
Word. Healing word, and I'm going to peek out if I don't know if I can, but get my little buddy over here. I'm going to give him the puzzle. It's going to be awesome. All right, so I heal him for D4 plus 7. And I can heal you more next round, okay?
You're the flat man too, by the way.
Oh, sorry. You're only going to get a little bit.
On the
Hey, I am just a servant of the trickster gods, man.
All right, wait a minute. You're going to get D4. I better...
Hey, it's four on a die.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, 4 on a die.
Well, sorry about that. That's it for me.
Okay, so if you're going to go over there and pick one of them up and drag it over to you, I'm not going to make you make a strength roll, but I am going to make you make an acrobatics roll to see if you can get underneath this thing while also getting Strider underneath this thing while being able to land without, like, knocking him the fuck out. So roll well.
All right. Don't tell me to use my natural 1 right now. All right, acrobatics, right?
No, I want you to straight roll this.
I have a -1 to acrobatics, so this is going to go well. Oh!
Holy crap.
Thanks, Lysander.
Okay, so you run, jump, and at like something out of Cirque du Soleil or, the Mind Freak, you're able to Las Vegas this shit and just jump with the boat, and both of you disappear underneath the canoe as it perfectly covers your forms.
All right, Rurik, don't fart in here, okay?
Am I dead? Erroneous, is that you?
It's Lysander, man. Come on.
That's like the second time you said that.
That's the 4th time I've said that.
Is it the 4th time? Okay.
Every time he wakes up and he's like, "Am I dead? Damn it!" Okay, maybe next time.
He dies a lot.
Okay, Grob, you are up, buddy.
All right, I'm going to use my psychic mind powers on the creature before me, and I'm going to use my last nat 20 because hopefully this thing is not resistant to my psychic force of damage. So I close my eyes and I think of the bees, and I use their power within my mind, the bee power, to destroy them.
Save your nat 20 because it's a wisdom save for them.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to use max damage, pretty much.
Okay, it's a stun effect.
Oh, it doesn't deal damage? I thought it did a D10.
No, it's just a stun effect.
Well,
yeah.
fuck him. In that case, I save my nat 20, and I will try and stun him with my psychic mind powers.
You lock gazes for a second, and he doesn't seem to be as impressed with your powers as you perhaps thought he might be.
There's good news though. Alienware cheers. Heal for Rurik, 1d10 heal, but also disadvantage on Rurik.
The chat give it, the trickster gods give it, and the trickster gods take it away.
So is that my action to try and stun him?
It was a bonus action.
Bonus action.
Yeah,
okay,
so
in that case, then I will use my nat 20 to hit him with my Grey Axe.
Same one you're working on, right?
Same one I'm working on. We're going to try and take this one down.
Work 'em.
Take him down to Pound Town. In fact, didn't need to roll. I rolled a nat 20. So I roll 2d12 plus 5. I was going to say a rage, but I used my bonus action. 16 damage to him. Just die, please.
It's starting to show some wear and tear, yeah.
The second attack's a 12.
That does not hit.
Yep, figured as much. Alright, that's my turn. Fuck, Greg's got 2 nat 20s. Mike's got 2 net ones. Strider's got 1. Sid's got 1, and Quinn's got 1.
Quinn, what would you like to do?
You do have an
Quinn
advantage.
would like to cast magic, but he can't. So Quinn is going to stay. He's going to stick next to his main man, the hulking idiot, and I am going to once again try and stab at this thing.
That's beautiful.
For a nat 20.
Oh,
Baby.
it would have been a nat 20,
Oh no.
but it's a nat 1.
Oh.
Yo,
Wah, wah, wah.
how can you do that to the dirt man?
Wow.
Easy.
Easy.
He's
Now-
The Dirtman.
How many does he have
He's
left, Will?
got. Only has 1. He's an advantage left for Quinn.
Okay.
So can I use my advantage on the next one?
Well, sure.
Sure.
That's what
buddy.
the rules were there for.
Here we go.
Come on, come on, come on.
For 17?
There we go.
26, sorry.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 11 piercing damage.
Okay, again, it seems light. But you are able to do something. Do you want to do anything else, Quinn?
Of course I do.
Do you want to move or a bonus action or something of that nature? Or
Everything I got, buddy, is all magic and shit. So
I know. I just want to ask just so you can say no. I
Just for
don't.
torturing reasons, yeah.
So I stab into him twice, and I'm just like, had to pick my sabbatical. Bastards.
Okay.
Damn you, high holy days!
Today is the one day I'm celibate.
Picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. Rorik, you're up. So you are underneath a canoe. You are gasping for breath. You have 4 hit points now, I think.
No, because of the
1d10
healing
hit.
word and then the D10. I'm up
Okay.
to 12.
Oh, you're rocking 12.
You're feeling good.
So what would you like to do here, buddy?
Rurik is going to pop up and scream at the top of his lungs, Thesaurus, help, attack! And he points at the one. Everyone's attacking.
Okay.
Leaving the canoe?
He's in the canoe.
He
I'm
just-
popping out. The canoe probably is being knocked to the side or going flying.
I have super strength. I'm going to try to keep it. I don't want to keep him in. I just want to keep myself under the canoe.
I tell you what, on your turn, I will allow you you'll get a reaction to pull it back down on top of you if you would like. Okay. So just roll a dex check for me right now as your reaction. So
Oh, boy. I got an 8 dexterity. Let's see here.
Oh, it's okay. It's for the 700 die.
but you do have nat ones, don't you?
He does have a nat 1. Sid does have a nat 1.
Yeah, that fucking canoe goes flying, bro.
No!
It would have been spectacular, but boy, oh boy, you just couldn't get a hold of it, and it just slipped right out of your grasp. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe some of that
Land.
residual ice.
Does it land next to
Erroneous
me?
might.
No, strangely enough, this sucker landed about 30 feet away and planted in the ground. I mean, Rorik just exploded out of this sumbitch.
The might of Heronius.
Okay, so Thesaurus, roll me an attack for Thesaurus for me, please.
Unless it's a nat 1.
Who does he have a nat
Strider
one?
does have a nat 1, yeah.
Strider does. Don't know
No.
about Thesaurus.
Strangely enough, it seems to be catching as Thesaurus runs with his Velociraptor, and he just trips. Boom! As the canoe goes flying, it clips him a little bit.
He gets hit by the canoe.
Yeah.
No.
Thesaurus!
The
His head
canoe!
pops over and the canoe just hits him in the head.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
And with this exchange, as Thesaurus is going back, one of his claws, one of those like chicken claws in the back, grab a hold of the headdress that is around Sid's head, and it pulls away the entire thing, revealing the undead face of Sid. And planted in his head is a blue crystal that seems to be flickering with light.
Oh.
Good job, Thesaurus.
Okay, Rourke, do you have anything else you want to do? You want to run? That's about all
Thank
you
you
got
for the
left.
host, we're friends.
No.
Appreciate it.
You're going to stand there and take it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like everybody that is not Hezekiah, because I think he backs back up, to take 10 necrotic damage for me, please.
I take it like a beach.
And you're still not raging, are you?
No, I'm not. No, actually, I was gonna do it, but then I thought I'd use my bonus action to try and stun him, so I couldn't.
Right. Okay. That's good. All right. So as you guys are sitting there, I would like a con save from the following: Grob and Rorik.
I bet you would.
Give it to me.
Good
Give me that
shoot.
save.
Yeah, sweet, sweet con.
22.
15.
Eric's not falling for this shit again.
Nice. All right, boys. That's about as swell as you can make it.
Right?
And I didn't make you guys use any of those things because that would be bad. You do, however, each take 15 points of psychic damage. Rorik?
Dead.
Oh, buddy.
I'm a minus 13.
Good night, sweet prince.
Okay, Rorik explodes. Thesaurus! And then immediately locks gazes again with this thing and drops to the ground as the air comes out of his lungs. That is the end of their round. Hezekiah, you are up, sir.
Sweet. I'm going to dart in there and attempt to stab a guy.
You got two
I'll
now
roll.
ones, Mike. We know where this is going.
Yeah.
How does the green flame blade nat 1, Greg?
It doesn't turn green.
Oh
Oh,
shit,
no.
no, the primary feature.
Yeah.
Oh no, what does it do?
You're shaking it. You're shaking it.
Is this
Hitting
thing
the
on?
end of it. Yeah, nothing. No green flame. It kind of gets you off your mojo a little bit as you come in. As you slice in, it just glances off of this creature as it turns to smile. What would you like to do, Hezekiah, as your attack has failed?
Seeing the corpulent Strider for the second time, he uses his disengage action to get the fuck out of there. He just dashes through these guys.
Bye.
Okay. Getting away from danger close to a safe
Yeah.
distance. Okay.
It seems to be working for him, so he's getting the hell away.
Okay, excellent. Sid, it is your turn.
Okay, Rurik's close to me, right?
He dropped literally right beside you.
Okay, so I'll jack up another Cure Wounds so to level 3 so I can heal him for 3d8. And I don't get the bonus, right?
Correct.
All right, so I'll roll a 3d8. Okay.
That's 5.
Oh, man. Somebody in the chat should really pay to heal him. 'Cause
Rorik, you come back to life as
At what health?
at 5.
Okay, yeah.
5 big ones.
I'm not gonna argue with that. Sure.
And if I can, I want to get away. I want to put something between me and the creatures. Like behind a tree or under another canoe, something like that. Is there anything close?
So at least
Okay, so you're going to attempt to you're trying to break out and try to find a way to get away from them, correct?
Are they right next to me?
Yeah, they're right on top of
So
you.
I would provoke then. I'm going to, if I can, I'm just going to, damn it, put my puzzle on the ground, -1 piece. Okay,
Okay.
that's it for me.
All right. So in the interest of the narrative, what happens next is as follows. The creatures rush forward, grab hold of Sid, and rip him apart. As you see his arms go flying off, you see the symbol of Lysander fly through the air and drop to the ground. And as his eyes meet Rorik's, the only person that he maybe had a connection with beyond, because of their Order of the Gauntlet, you see the gem flicker and die as they pull his body into the jungle. And
Bye, Sid.
that is where we will end for everybody except for Sid.
Oh.
Sid, as you are drug into the jungle. These two creatures move at an incredible rate, and they drop you maybe a mile or two away from where you were as the light flickers back into your gem. And as you're dropped to the ground, one of your arms gone, you stand up, and there's a figure standing there, and the figure looks and says, "So, who are they?" And that's where we'll end tonight.
Fuck. Damn. All right, well. Fuck. I'm worried for next week already. Well, my friends, that is where we're going to end up tonight's episode with poor Sid, F for Sid. As next week it looks like we are in for it, my friends. Fuck. Well, thank you guys so much for coming along today. Thank everybody for joining us, all of the donations, all of the cheers, all the bits that made this combat so fucking crazy and intense. I am stressed and I'm not going to sleep now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do let us know in chat. Hit that follow button if you haven't already to check out the rest of our shows who are online pretty much fucking every day at this point, streaming Dungeons and Dragons or Call of Cthulhu, a bunch of different role-playing games. Fuck. Oh, the other thing is, if you enjoy Encounter Roleplay, you're on 100% ad-free at the moment, and forever onwards, you can support us on Patreon if you enjoyed the show. But let's go around the cast and crew. Do we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Let's start with our wonderful guest for tonight, the very good sport for coming along and getting murdered for us, Mr. Powerscore RPG. Do you enjoy yourself, my friend?
Yeah, it was really great. You know what I really like is all the people who throw the stuff in. Even I was I actually loved it when they gave me bad stuff, except for the ones. The ones are terrible. But that's really cool. Thank you to everybody who did that. And you guys are awesome. It was really fun. Thank you for having me very much. I thought it was really great. And check me out at Powerscore RPG. I write a lot of stuff about D&D. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, highly recommend you go check out that blog. Go hit up a boy Sean at Powerscore RPG on Twitter for sure. Man, Grimjack, Greg, what do you think? It's a nice adventure.
Oh, I had fun, man. Working with my 9 trickster gods, Bad Boy Grant, Isreaver, Artificer, Earthen, dropping in the donations and the nat ones makes my job a lot easier and a lot more fun, man. Good stuff. Taking away the druid's magic. That's just the best stuff in the world. Anyway, Grimjack21502 on Twitch and Twitter. I'm here every Monday doing the Tomb of Annihilation. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I will be doing the Dragons Conquer America on Encounter Roleplay. Can't wait. I backed that Kickstarter. It looks super fun. And then I'll be here where it's at on Wednesday from 1 to 4 doing Cthulhu action. And then Wednesday night from 8 to 11, I'm going to be on Unmade Gaming playing a little Blades in the Dark where I'm Steam the Lurk. And then on Friday from 7 o'clock, I'm going to be on Oko's channel doing a little Paranoia.
Nice.
And then on Saturday from 7 to 10, I'm going to be doing a little Western Cthulhu Down Darker Trails on Mike's channel.
That's awesome, man. You're living my life right there.
Dude, I told my wife, I'm like, I did it. I'm Will.
Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. Wow, you got a busy schedule. You can go follow Greg. Of course, amazing stuff. Thank you to Artificer. Cheers for 50. Good session, everyone. Thank you, Artificer. Thanks so much. Let's go to Mike.
I was really successful for like the first half of the show, and then I don't know what happened. It just went. I mic'd it the whole second half. And that was less fun. That was less fun for me. But it was cool kicking ass and taking names at the beginning. I'm not looking forward to next week. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Sean was. I don't like it. There's more undead than I need to fight, and we're going in the wrong direction. But if you want to see me be slightly better at games, you can come see me do that on my channel, Unmade Gaming, all things social media.
Awesome stuff. Josh.
That was fun. It's always fun when you're just like, oh, cool. Oh, these really bad, evil, terrible things that I have fought in the past, and I know that just are going to shrug all these hits off, have just arrived, and it's cool because I have a spell that would be really helpful here. But, it's Monday, and Druids don't cast on a Monday, so
Right.
that's fine. Oh, that was a whole thing. So yeah, it's super exciting. I love sort of slowly slipping. It's like being caught in quicksand. It just, the more you fight it, the worse it gets. So you might as well just admit that you're fucked and enjoy view. That's how Tomb of Annihilation is for me. So I'm really enjoying it. And you can find me on Encounter Roleplay doing Encounter Roleplay stuff. You can also find me at the wonderful Turncloaks. Guys, we recorded the other night, like, oh my god. Oh. Will is just a bad person.
Yep.
Like, he is just that final episode. Oh, guys, so much. We're recording a load more, so please, if you haven't already checked it out, please do, and we'd love to see you there.
Yeah, new episode of Turncloaks, our weekly D&D5E Dark Fantasy podcast, is out later tonight. Last but not least, Mr. Strider Heap.
And Wander Quest Pod, which is awesome.
Yep, links in chat.
Thumbs up to both those podcasts. You know, I have as much fun, almost as much fun getting the nat ones and the disadvantages as I do as the crits. It's more about just the story and being entertaining for chat. So I love this. I'm having a great time.
Awesome.
I'm over at Encounter Roleplay. Yeah, ad free. And if you do hop on that Patreon, you get like boons and treasures. And we just had an adventure that I edited on. So you guys should do that. But then some Fridays, I also have free articles going up on EncounterRoleplay.com. Check that out too. Hey, this is the place to be. I'm having fun.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Sean, once again for being such a good sport, coming along and playing Sid. That was a great deal of fun playing with you guys. I'll be back online tomorrow. Tomorrow is, God, what day is tomorrow, guys? Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday tomorrow, which means we'll be on at 2 p.m. Earlier than usual. We're doing an extra special game of Dragons Conquer America. Greg will be there, Kiana will be there, Zippy Zippo will be there, I'll be there, and the guys from Dragons Conquer America, like Kickstarter, will be joining us as well for a fun little session of game. And then we'll be doing the Long March. We'll be running right into the Long March tomorrow for episode 17, the perfect number of the Long March. Really looking forward to that one. Yeah, go check out Patreon. We've got a new adventure out today. It's called The Plague of Tundrin, and you can check that out if you are a patron. So go give it a download. Let us know what you think. Catch up on the previous episodes on YouTube. We'll see you guys again tomorrow, and I'm going to try a new thing about rolling some credits so you guys who followed and donated for today's show. Probably screw yourself up, but who fucking knows? We'll give it a try. Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, try to roll too many net ones. Want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody, and farewell. Gonna roll that one again. I think it starts at the beginning if we try it like that. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? It did a thing. Didn't go quite well, but we'll see you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Farewell. We'll try that again tomorrow. Lots of love. Oh, I'll tell you how it goes with that fucking French guy as well tonight. Good night!